You guys can make fun of me and make all the videos you want about me. I don't care. Say what you want. Put all the videos out there that you want, because frankly, I don't care what you think. So go ahead, all you trolls. Make videos about this. Go and make all the videos you want. Or you want to make videos about me? I just don't care anymore. I really don't care. I don't care if people re-upload this video. You can make fun of me all you want. It doesn't bother me.
Let me first play this disclaimer so you guys can see it. This way it's up for the public record. Disclaimer: nothing in this presentation was obtained illegally. Everything you are about to see has been researched using public domains such as Facebook, YouTube, Google, and/or other forms of social media platforms. No family images, home addresses, and/or any direct information shall not be used unless it has already been publicly displayed on either Facebook, YouTube, Google, and/or public social media outlets.
Is this thing working? Let's see. I always check my live stream. Oh, I hear my voice. It's a little bit of a delay, so it's weird. All right, so we're working. It's working. All this technology is working, and it's time. See, I hope you jerks are happy. There was mass confusion. I had Dogpile Thursday, and I thought it would be funny if I did Dogpile Thursday on Wednesday, and then we joke about it. But then a couple of people that I liked on a show, they were like, "Oh, I thought it was on Thursday and it was on Wednesday." Of course, I think that they were just trying to politely make up excuses for not being on my show. I get it. You're like, "Oh, I didn't realize," and it was a perfect excuse because the title's confusing. But now, you assholes have no excuse for not joining the show. So going forward, it's going to be Dogpile Wednesday on Wednesdays, Dogpile Thursday on Thursdays. I'll make an announcement. We'll play it by ear. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to start off my show by shitting on my viewers. That's a trick I learned from my nemesis Maga Man. I'll just come on and immediately insult my audience and tell them they're stupid because they didn't get my joke. Dogpile Thursday could be on any day, but I should have realized that my audience is not too bright because we all find Wally funny, and immediately there's something wrong with all of us. So it was kind of my fault. Oh, let me hold on. I just was talking about how my technology is all ready. It isn't. I lied. I got a second monitor. Let's put this over here. And we can transition. Oh, there I am, my big ugly head on my big TV. In case you guys don't know my setup. So I'm sitting, my chair isn't like an upright gaming chair. It's like an IKEA kind of lounge chair. I have an ottoman, so I'm kind of like laying back, which is bad because this part of me is closer to the camera than this part. So I look a little big. And that's me making up. Yeah, it's not. I'm not overweight. It's the camera. The camera adds 30 pounds. Like, no, I'm overweight, but my belly's closer because I'm kind of like kicking back instead of like in an upright gaming chair like this. See, so I'm just kind of kicking back because it's a long show and I can stretch my legs out. And in front of me, there's a 65-inch television, maybe about, I don't know, 6 feet away from me on the wall. And then to my, as Wally would say, what is it? My 11 o'clock, I have a small monitor that I only hook up when I do this live stream business, and that's where I have my OBS studio. So there's a little peek behind the screens for you. Anyway, this is the beginning of the show where I just ramble on because my guests are not here. I know you're probably listening, jerks. Where are you, Slippery? Where are you? Where are you, Hebrew Spaceman? Where are you, all you guys? You could join the chat because I'm just rambling on. Not much to post. I was out yesterday mowing. I'm looking out. Also, there's I'm on the first floor of the house, and when I look this way, I could see right to my backyard. And I was looking at the grass that I mowed with my insufficient lawnmower, and I realized that the battery has degraded. This is maybe like the 4th year, and I looked into getting another battery, but it turns out like the lawnmower itself is like $400, but a replacement battery $300. So it's kind of like laserjet printers. Like they get you on the ink cartridge. Because I figured I'd get a second battery, and I'll mow the lawn, and then the battery dies. I put in a fresh battery, charge the other battery, and then I can get like a continuous thing going on. But again, the battery, $300. So I mentioned it last show. The rough plan is, once we move out of this place, I'll get the big cool riding mower. I guess I'll suck it up and I'll get a gasoline powered one, even though I can't. I'm not like I'm like a hippie. I'm kind of a liberal hippie, a little bit, when it comes to like the environment and stuff. I do kind of get pissed when, like, I think about my youth. Like, engine technology is virtually the same. Like when I was a kid in the 80s, we thought we'd have fusion powered backpacks and be like, flying to work in our floating anti-gravity cars. But everything's the same. They got the same, the gas powered lawnmowers are exactly the same technology. It's big oil. They're trying to keep us, in check or whatever. But yeah, I would suck it up and get a gasoline powered thing. But I hate the smell. I hate every time I work on it, you get covered with gas. And I grew up with a bunch of guys. They were all car nuts. I spent a lot of my youth and my teens. We were hanging out in so and so's garage, drinking beer that we got like illegally, like we were kids. But somehow we got booze, and we're sitting there and we're in so and so's garage, and they got their engine block on a chain. And we will like I spent my youth watching these guys. They had minimum wage jobs, spent all their money on fixing up the shit car, and then we'd be out driving, which was the greatest. But then something would blow. I remember my friend's car had antifreeze would drip on your shoes if you were in the passenger seat. Like there was something wrong, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I gotta take apart the thing and get to the thing." And he turned a corner, and the hubcaps would fly off the car like it was a piece of garbage. He spent all his time and income keeping the thing running. And in hindsight, it was worth, like, he would spend 500 hours so we could spend an hour in this shit car, and it was kind of worth it. But I grew up with that, and I hated like the garage and the filth and the oil and the pieces on the floor and the mess. And I'm like electronics. Okay, I'm a like electric guy. Battery. There's no grease. There's no smell. There's no chance that it's going to explode. If you get it on you, you're not going to burst into flames. I like electric gadgets. And battery. Slippery was talking in a video. Battery power has come a long way, but like he pointed out, uh, a battery powered lawnmower is just like crazy expensive. It's like too much money. But I do see, like I said, I'm a little jealous. If you look down my block, everyone's got the big riding mower and they're out there. Sometimes I see a guy. There's one guy in the block. He has his shirt off, and he's a guy like me. He probably shouldn't have his shirt off, but he's got his shirt off, and he's got I don't know if they're headphones or just hearing protection. And then he sometimes has a beer. He's like driving around. He's got like a beer, like whatever. He has a steering wheel guy. So he's just, and I'm like, that's the life. Just mowing your lawn with a beer, shirt off, bit overweight. Like he did it. That guy's a success. You can make fun of him all you want. He's living the dream. Anyway, let me look at some of the chat. Oh, let's see. Bike life's first. That's the first post, and he's looking for penny powder. Penny powder always pops in. We'll see what happens. What else we got? We got Savage Cock. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. It was fun having you on last time. Feel free to come on in if you want. If you're not if you're not busy. And who else? Oh, I got Hebrew Spaceman's coming at 15. Okay, good. Because I'm not doing this for my health, guys. Guys, I have a lot of stuff. Oh boy, I have a new segment all planned, and we're going to review some of Wally's videos. We're going to talk about Wally's latest failure. He tried to take down last week's Dogpile Thursday, and I got his email. Like, I don't know if he realizes it, but I see his complaint to YouTube. So we'll talk about that, because he's just a complete and utter. He's just a complete and utter bitch in his emails. When he's like, man, YouTube, man. Like I could hear him in his YouTube. We'll talk about that when it starts filling up. Oh, who we got this? We got Donna Garrett's disappointment. Yeah, yikes. I'm not responsible. I didn't make the big legal announcement. I guess I'll backtrack a little bit. So this is 18. It's in my description. It's 18 or older. There may be nudity, but usually not. There's definitely foul language, and if someone like Dana Gary's disappointment comes on, like that's not me. His views don't reflect mine. Chances are we probably have a lot in common, Donna Gary, disappointment, and I. But the views of the guests don't reflect me. Legal jargon, whatever. Anyway, it's slippery in the tree is in the is in the
Hey,
wings. What's
Dan,
going
how are
on,
you?
buddy?
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Hey, doing good, doing good.
Good hearing it. Oh, we got Shock Jock Savage Cock coming in
Savage is
from
back.
coming in from Texas. Texas representing. You there, Savage? He's got some tech I remember last time his phone was
dead.
was not charged. I don't know how that happened, Savage. We gotta send you some charging cables or something.
There he is.
What's up,
There he is.
guys?
What's going
You
on,
guys
man?
hear me?
Yeah,
we
good.
we didn't hear you for a second, but you're good now. How's the phone? It's all charged up.
Yeah, I'm using an old broken iPod, but yeah, I'm sort of charged. I'll stick
it
around
sounds
for
good.
a bit.
Oh, I never really thought about that. Yeah, you could use an iPod because it's not really cellular based. You could just have like a gadget with a camera, and it'll work.
So Dan, I heard you talking about the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Savage.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I heard Dan talking about lawnmowers, and like we had this conversation before a little bit, and Dan like applied it to Wally, and I thought it was kind of funny because like we're talking about lawnmowers, and it's like that. What is it? The Progressive commercial? You're starting to turn into your parents. Like nobody under the age of 30 is talking about their riding mowers. I mean, you're turning into your parents, but. It was funny, Dan, when you kind of applied it to like imagine in this alternate universe that you had Wally with some kind of psychiatric counselor, and you kind of set it up. And it's like he would be with Wally and help him, like be his aide during the day, and like he would get up and go out and he'd start strapping, and the psychiatric counselor would say, maybe you don't need 2 pepper ball guns today. Just take the pepper spray today, or you don't have to wear that soccer jersey. Just wear a regular, golf shirt. Just kind of coach him, like a mental life coach.
Aid.
Yeah, a mental health life coach for Wally.
I remember there was a good week I was addicted to. There was that reality show Hoarders. I had to stop watching reality TV because it's fascinating.
It is.
And in that, there's always a part like they show how crazy the person is, and they show their house or their warehouse, and they don't throw anything out, and they got all kinds of shit, and they kind of like they're easygoing on the guy. But then, like you said, Slippery, there's that moment where the person is like, "How about we throw out the backpack that's totally ripped," and they're like, but I'm gonna one day I'm gonna sew it up, and they're like, Larry, what's your track record with repairing torn up backpack? And Larry gets all mad. He's like, man, my backpack. That's Wally. It's like, no, I need both Gamo Swarm Maxims on my hip.
I need my mace.
Yes. Like, how about Walter? Pick one. How about one? No. Okay, two out of the 3. Oh, he's got to think about how far the mailbox is and where Antifa could be hiding.
Can you imagine? He's at the mailbox.
Where to set up a booby trap.
He runs to the mailbox like the kid in Toy Story or Christmas Story. He runs to the mailbox and he's got a new sticker, right? And his mental health coach is there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to put this on my spare tire cover." And the mental health coach is, maybe that's. Let's hold off on that. Let's put that one on the refrigerator today.
Or the insurance, whatever. The insurance guy's like, you probably got your window broken because of that. And he points at the tire cover that says, "Fuck 90% of the people on planet."
Yeah, right.
The Trollmobile. Like, yeah, that probably did it, sir. I wish I could hear that conversation.
He just put up 2 videos, I guess, with it. Did you see any of the?
GA's coming in.
Did you see?
I watched his last one, and it was like,
what's that about?
It sounds like he was making excuses for this 18-year-old asshole that shot up a school. He was like, I'm not condoning it, but if you get pushed around, society is like real. It's like he's trying to explain how this guy was created, I think. But it sounds like he was talking about himself.
I didn't even watch that one. There were 2 newer ones than that he just did, where he's talking about
the TikTok, or at the end he's like, TikTok, motherfucker.
Oh, that's like 3 videos
yeah.
ago, I think.
No. But this one is like his last two videos, he just made two videos. The one is like a 3 or 4 minute video where he lays out all his toys, his pepper balls and his TCP and his
Oh, this
three.
must be new.
Yeah, it's brand new, and like he's
I haven't
saying
seen
that
it.
somebody threatened to come to my house or they're
He
gonna
always-
come. And, yeah.
He always
but
goes back to that, the fantasy that someone's coming to get him. It's
But
like,
it sounds
dude,
like it's something really new, and it doesn't sound like it has anything to do with us. It sounds like it's from some different world, from some different corner of the world. Maybe the Maurice Delk or the Queen Ma'at order world of the internet. That corner of it, because I don't know. I looked at it; it didn't seem like anything.
Oh yeah,
familiar to
I'm
me.
looking at his channel. I don't want to put it because he's a big baby.
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But it says, the thumbnail is chicken shit YouTube keyboard warriors threatened to hurt me. Let's play. I bet you there's nobody like this is all he's either
It-
making it up to try to
It's all
make to
made
try
up,
to
dude.
yeah
It's
to
all
like
made
for the
up.
MAGA art to be like, oh, I'm this guy living on the edge with enemy. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, like we make fun of your videos. No one's
It-
coming to
it's all
hurt
made
you.
up, dude. He's not worth hurting. He's not worth going to jail for.
But I don't even know where that comes. I know it doesn't come from anything to do with our sphere, because none of us ever say anything to
No,
him.
I think
mean,
like Savage was saying, he's just like drumming up attention for
yeah,
his
yeah,
viewers.
maybe.
Because he's a shock jock. You don't know when he's telling the truth or not. He could be lying to you or telling the truth. We don't know. He's shocking jocking around or whatever.
Right, a shock jock, like he said it himself. Yeah, actually, in one of the videos, he's like, he's like declared, like it's a foregone conclusion now. It's gone to the court of YouTube that he's officially a shock jock, whatever that means. But yeah, so just like you said, Dan, shock jock means that half the stuff he can talk about is ridiculous, unbelievable, or untrue, and that could be anything from his suicide attempts to his going to the hospital to his 9/11 story to
Yeah.
everything that he says. So there's nothing believable about anything he says, except when he's crying every third video, and baby mama left him. So who the hell knows?
If we do it though, it's totally illegal and not allowed, and we should go to jail.
But yeah, we.
I love the
What
I
up?
love the avatar.
HS, that avatar is badass.
Oh, you gotta
Big bro.
got rid of the little arrow, but we'll accept it for now.
Hey, sorry about that. Well, my kids are behind me, so I can't really cam up. But no, I would put pictures of Wally up, but then
No, put your kids on the screen. Use them as props. Wheel
Yeah,
them
sure.
out.
Well, first I got to put them in blackface first, so then I can say, "See, I have black kids." Talk about So I miss you
We
guys.
here
What's
at
up?
Dan King Enterprises LLC do not condone blackface. Blackface.
The
is
fucking
very
funny
serious.
thing is, I am actually an LLC. Wally could suck a bag of dicks. His fake fucking LLC.
Yeah, I was telling before anyone joined. While he failed again, he sent me another. I got another thing from YouTube that said someone tried to take down your videos, but we told them to fuck off, and it was another failed, like like
Right.
suck a dick. And he had a MAGA Army LLC. He's back to LLC. He's a company.
Oh, he went back to that again? I thought he got rid of it.
I may have read the first email wrong. It may have been like the channel name instead of the company name.
Okay.
But it definitely had Walter, and then it was MAGA Army LLC. So he's back to an LLC. I was actually kicking around the idea of registering MAGA Army LLC in North Carolina, but it's like too expensive I'd have to get an address down there, and then it's like $100 to set it up. But then I could just tell YouTube, oh, MAGA Army LLC is actually me. And so I could
That's
go
hysterical.
suck a bag of dicks with that.
HS,
Yeah, actually,
did you
let's-
see the new Wally videos? He put up two new.
Which ones? From today, I haven't. I was actually working, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was working earlier this morning.
but
Yeah.
I know the ones from
Yeah.
yesterday with him talking about he's trying to somehow with the shooter, the fucking, he's somehow making a difference between the kid.
This is. Do you
who
see what Dan's got on the screen? This is great too.
Yeah, this was.
Oh, the white supremacy thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
this,
yeah.
This was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
showed this to guys off camera. So this
Yeah.
is Wally's. When you get a copyright thing, I actually see his complaint to YouTube. So this is it, and there he is saying, and if you read the first part, you can see he started typing, And then he just went into his video like it's part of his mantra. He's just like bullying, aggravated, cyber stalking, misogyny, toxic masculinity.
Radical, fascist, socialist, communist.
Yeah, like, but after misogyny, it
It's a
turns into shit.
script. He typed out a script.
And it's like, and also like, you know, classic Wally. He's such a fraud asshole. He tried to take down my videos, and it didn't work. Fair use. So now fraud asshole is saying whatever he thinks he has to say to get my video taken down, even if he's lying. And Wally, this is the reason why no one believes your 9/11 bullshit, because we think, just like with this email to YouTube, you go, hey, you know, 9/11 fund, I want money. They're like, no. Okay, well, what about I'm a first responder? Well, okay. Well, what about if I have? So that's you, Wally. You do and say whatever you have to, even if you lie, because you know the first part of this fucking email is misogyny, toxic masculinity, white privilege. Wally,
Wally's the
who
only
does
one
that?
who says toxic masculinity. It's bullshit.
So, like, but that's why it's like, oh, I'm gonna now, like, the last 8 attempts failed, so this is Wally is now gonna just lie and say, oh yeah, you know, yeah, Dan's a white supremacist. Okay, Wally, receipts. Okay, go back and find out. Do I look like a white supremacist?
Yeah, Wally, show your receipts on that whole diatribe of stuff. I don't think he has any.
But
receipts
you're
on that.
lying, Walter, just so YouTube feels bad for you. Knock it off. Show the receipts. You know, but like, you know, it's like, oh, maybe they'll just take down his channel without actually checking to see if he's a white supremacist. Oh, okay, Wally, idiot, liar.
No, but HS, I was
guy.
saying, after that video, the last Don and Gary is disappointed, but it's the last mass shooter one that he talked about. I didn't even listen to that one because
He thinks because the guy's brown, they're going to spin it differently, right? Like as if the shooting isn't horrific enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Or anyone with the same skin color is going to immediately like support that person. Like, no.
Right.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think
right.
that's
Yeah. Oh, it's okay that if he's brown and he killed a bunch of 7-year-old kids. I mean, it's ridiculous, and it's like, if nothing else, that whole mass shooting thing, the most recent ones in the last, like, what is it, like in a month? There's been like 3 or 4. Who even knows? But you know, they've come from all different races, backgrounds, and walks of life, and the end result has still been the same. So it's kind of horrific. It really is. It's really concerning, and it seems like it's getting worse. So I mean, I don't have the answers, but Wally
well, that's
might.
right. That's another conversation which we could all intelligently have, right? I mean, listen, Slipper, you're a gun guy. I'm a gun guy.
Yeah.
I'm even a pro 2A guy, but I mean, also have a brain in my head. So there's
right.
There's an intellectual debate we can have about what's realistic.
Absolutely.
But Wally doesn't do that, right? Wally's like, oh, they're only picking on the white supremacy guy. And he totally ignores the fact that the issue is some fucking lunatic, whatever he is, whoever he is, kills a bunch of people in the blink of an eye.
Exactly.
You know, in that regard, it's not political. But Wally, he's as you said before, he's a fucking shock. He's a self-appointed shock jock. I love how he's anointed himself. I'm a shock jock, therefore I am immune to all criticism.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The shock jock is like his blanket disclaimer. No matter what kind of wild, fucked up, stupid shit I say, I'm a jock, so I get a pass on it. And that's no, Wally, you don't get a pass on it.
Wally, I'm a shock jock too. That's what. Okay, so now I could do whatever, you know. Public humiliation.
Like that's it. You know, it's
humiliation.
Like,
this guy put his whole life on. I'm humiliating him. No, you're the guy crying, going, "Chicken nugget toes." Like, who made that video? Fucking guy. Somehow I'm responsible.
It's like all you have to do is play his videos back to him, and it's humiliating to him. I mean,
that's my humiliation. I go, hey, everyone, did you see Wally's stupid video? And I play it, and Wally's like, he's humiliating me. Like, you know, don't make videos, Wally.
I used to think that Wally was smart enough to realize what he was doing.
But
I honestly don't think he is. I say this in all sincerity. He is delusional. He does not have a grip on reality. I'm not even trying to be funny. His sense of reality is so warped.
Dude, in my opinion, okay, so before I even continue, I'm a little confused. He blames the separation of his baby mama with
semen here.
with an ad that was placed on Craigslist with some hooker. And according to his video, they had therapy soon after. But he was thrown out of the house after he choked the bitch.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So he's blaming his separation on the wrong thing, I think.
But the very first email I sent to him, well, no, it was the second one. Like he poked me. I told him to go fuck off. He took my email, put it on screen. I told him to fuck off again. In the second fuck off email, I told him like we just said. I'm like Savage, like not that, like Wally.
What? Don't embarrass me. Don't insult me.
Well, I told Wally, I'm like, Wally, you strangled the girl in 2016, and right after that, you were out of the house. But Wally was bringing up something that happened 2 years earlier at a convention, and he's like, that's what did it. At the time, he wasn't even talking about the Craigslist ad. He's like, I went to a convention, and she thought I was looking at Wonder Woman's boobs or something, and somehow it's my fault. Like, it sounds like your girl is insecure, and there's something else going on. But like,
well, Wally tries to retcon history, right?
Yes.
I mean, he absolutely does. He just rewrites the narrative to sort of fit his own demented worldview.
And I think, like you said, delusional. I think he thinks if he makes a video and passionately looks at it and cries, it makes it real. Like, it's like, I said this,
It's
so
true.
Well, we said this last week. He honestly, like, he's playing to a new audience, right? He's got a new crew, and he'll say the same shit. He's like, this week he's made the same pepperball gun review videos he's made 1,000 times, but he thinks, well, I'm talking to a whole new audience, so therefore anything I've done before, that just doesn't exist.
Well, he had one guy that was like, hey, you should do gun videos again. I say every time I say gun, Wally gets upset. He's like, it's a Leslie, like, whatever, it's a gun. I don't know what the fuck they're called. But every time some guy was just like, you should do gun videos. So he's like, oh, I know a lot of you guys out there want to see me do a video. It's
Exactly.
like one guy.
I mean, yeah. And I saw the one you were talking about. That guy Kmart Investor was in with Wally, and he was like trying
troll. Kmart's a troll.
Nice. Who's this? Mag?
I don't know.
Hello.
Who is it?
Hello.
Oh, I know who it is. What up?
What's going?
Hey, what's up?
What's
Oh,
up?
what's going on?
What's up?
I
Yeah,
like
so
the artwork. That's pretty good.
yeah, it looks nice. It looks good. Yeah.
That's not Dazzler. No, that's is that Dazzler? I don't know who
The
it
most
is.
useless X-Men ever, Jubilee.
Jubilee. Yes. Okay.
So he's in this. He has his own live stream, and actually, I tried to get into that live stream, but he got all upset.
I watched that for a while, and before is that the
Oh, I
one he
missed
pulled
it.
down eventually, or it got pulled down, or?
There was like
yeah,
one person.
I think Slippery's
Yeah.
talking
Talk to
about
him.
Queen Mott's thing, right?
Oh, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
his new
yeah.
favorite person too. That's we could
Yeah,
go on
right,
that for
right,
an hour.
right. Yeah, that's an interesting thing too, because when I went in there, she's trying to force me. She's trying to force me to say, "Oh, you have to say the Maga Man is a good guy," and I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna say that, Maga. The fucking guy." He said,
Yeah, she was like, if you like Dan, you
call
have
my
to
daughter
like...
names. Yeah, I have to say he's a good guy. No, he's not a good guy. He's a detestable scumbag.
They don't know that yet.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know.
well,
They will. They don't know that yet.
Well, they might be detestable scumbags too. You don't know that either.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that's a good possibility. Yeah.
What's going on? I see somebody else in the wing. I can't fit any more people. I got a full house.
Oh, I can jump in, but I just wanted to tell Walty now that he's
I
done
can
this
step
shit.
out.
I'll give you your
Step
fucking
out.
apology, you bitch. Fuck your mother. You're
Oh,
a
I know
cunt.
who Maga Rubber. I love this guy. I mean, you just make me happy when I hear you get so mad about Maga Man. It just gives me. It sends a tingle up my spine.
He just comes on and vents a little bit.
Yeah.
And he goes away.
Yeah, I can.
Just
I
wanna
mean,
come on and say
depending on
fuck
who it is,
you,
I can
bye.
back out. Well, depending on who it is, I can back out.
No, it's cool.
What's amazing is there's no shortage, and they increase like day by day of people who like find Wally offensive. He's an asshole. Like, you know how many people are making videos about this guy right now from all over the manosphere, from like every day, Baron Yam and True Sherm and Dogpile. One guy has
I'm
elicited
Facebook friends with the guy Wally mentioned in the last video.
Yeah, that
the
twisted his
plumber or
balls
the
too.
He's
That-
like, I even saw this guy join it, and I just friended him. And he's like, oh hey,
Yeah, and he's like,
meeting people left and
you
right.
seen his video? He's like, this guy, this electrician guy, he'll talk to them, but he won't talk to me. Ah!
And I'm about to upload a video that is literally going to explain what's going on. You know?
All right.
Yeah. Hey, look, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. I mean, they're going to take us all to the Wally gallows. We're all going to the Wally gulag.
Hidden MGTOW in the house. Yeah, I need to get. If I spend money on this package, I get 10 people. But
Well,
I heard when you have
don't you
10
get a-
people, it's way too. It's like there's too many people shouting and stuff. It's too crazy.
Well, when Wally's
Get our
in,
cash
every
donate.
live stream,
yeah,
Wally's
but I don't
in,
want to. I don't want to do all that.
everybody is screaming over each other. Like the one he did with Queen, like Wally's yelling and some guy's calling him a Nazi, and like 10 people are yelling at the same time. It's nonsense. It's verbal diarrhea. It's like
I'm already spending too much money on this stupid hobby.
you should have a Patreon. I'd chip in.
Yeah,
I
would.
would
Yeah, I'm
I
good
feel
for that.
weird
I'm-
about that.
Cash
I
App.
feel weird about that.
The thing is, he keeps. I mean, I keep. I mean, I've never. Have I ever called him a racist?
Yes.
Dan needs some death. Oh, MGTV wants to get in.
Yeah,
Nah,
probably.
he's just in the
but
chat. I don't see anybody.
but
else
if I
in there.
but if I did, I had to. But if I did, I realized that he's not racist. He just doesn't think. You
No,
know.
he's definitely racist. I disagree.
No,
with
I
you.
think he's definitely racist.
Because
He
when
is
he's
racist,
drunk,
dude.
he's immediately
racist.
like all the things come out. Like
Look,
if
you
you're an
can't
Asian
call-
guy,
I
he
love
says
how
one
he
thing. If
says
you're
that
black, he
because
says
his
something
baby
else.
mama is Colombian.
The way I see it is like I've said this. Like if you really thought about this, when you use words like if, wahoo, insert sexual orientation and two racial epithets, that kind of makes people think that, you know.
Well, listen, whether he's doing it for shock value or not, when you call a Jewish person a kike and a heeb, you're a racist. If you call a black person token black mayor Eric Adams or Harambe and Gorilla Sounds, knowing that they're a black person, you're a racist. If you're calling a trans person it, what, who, well, you're then, I wouldn't say homophobe, but you're obviously anti, whatever the term is.
You're saying they're not
to
real
that,
people if they're like that way. Like,
in addition to that, when he referred to when he referred to what's her name, the vice president, Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't like her, doesn't like his politics. That's all well and good. It's all fair game if you're a politician or political. But when he calls her a black bitch, if she was a white woman, would he call her a white bitch? So he's defining her race and putting it into the negative part of it, which is obvious. And the other thing is, remember when he was making that one video where he's like pumping the box, the Uncle Ben's box?
Yeah,
and he says,
classic.
And he's like, we all remember it. He's like, oh, I hope your mom gets raped in a black bar. Now, why? What's the significance to a black bar? Because he considers it more degrading for a woman to be raped by black men than by white men, right? That's got to be it, right? It's inherently racist, a racist epithet, and he doesn't, he doesn't realize it himself, but it's so ingrained in him that he thinks. Because he has a guy that's a black and he's friendly with him, that removes all doubts about his racial hatred. And it doesn't. It doesn't.
From like Tijuana or something. Yeah, he's not racist.
This makes
and also he's confused because like when the Biden boy video came out and it was like while he said things against Asians, against Jewish people, against black people, and he's like, hey, look at my friend Esteban. Like that makes, like you said, like, hey, look, I can't be racist. It's like you didn't say anything bad.
You guys think that the death threats that he's receiving are from that Mia chick, that whole like little?
He's not receiving bullshit from
I've never
death.
I also think
I call bullshit on his
he's trying to like part of his, like the email I just showed from YouTube was like Dan King is inciting people to come after me, and then he's going to say, "Oh, I'm getting dead." Like he's setting up.
I went on her stream the other day.
He's setting up a paper trail.
Yeah, he's like, oh, see, yeah, like, come on.
I went on the stream the other day trying to just get, everybody just to come together, right? So, like, he,
I heard that.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
In fact, I'm blocking him.
I got death threats, bro. I got death threats, my dude.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
in the comment, you got a death
threat. I'm like, yo, Maga, I'm done with this. Like, what I thought was cool was like he defended Kmart investor at that point. I was like, okay, like that's chill. And then as soon as I left the panel, he went back to bashing me. You see what I deal with, dude? I'm the one trying to get everybody together, bro. Like you're really hating on me for that shit. Like it was ridiculous.
He's always a victim.
Well, now he's going to realize who Kmart investor is.
He already knows. I talked about it in the thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah, Dan was trying to keep it confidential because
I shop at Walmart. What happened? Did I miss something?
But I'll call you Jump Bluff, but Jump, did you see his latest 2 videos where he's laid
No,
out?
I'm not watching him anymore. And if you guys watched that whole Kmart investor thing, I asked a very compelling question. So I was trying to tell y'all should have watched that. That would have been a banger.
I did.
for
I
all
did.
of
I
us.
did.
I
watched the whole thing.
All of it. Yeah, I asked about I asked about so many personal things that y'all like brought up, and he was like, "Oh, I can't talk about that. I have to go to the lawyers." I'm like, "Okay." And then I tried to, and at the end, I ended up trying to like help him, like, "Yo, like, there's people do the less lethal content, man. Like stuff." And he's like, "Okay," and he did like.
You're the guy who told him.
Like Dan says, did you hear the way he framed it when he made that video? He makes it sound like there were like throngs and throngs of people behind the scene dying for him, and then it was just you. You were the only one that. Really...
I was literally the one. Cause y'all we're like, "Yo, y'all need to tell Maga Man that what's going on here." So in that interview I did with Kmart, like I let everything loose, asked some personal questions that y'all had, whatever, and all the same answer I got was, "Oh, the law, we'll deal with it in the court." I can't say that.
He won't sit down with me because
he's full of it. He's full of shit.
It's been a disaster because he's like, "You're making up lies about me," and I'm like, "What lies?" And he'll mention something. And I'll say, "Wally, you made a video and you said that," and he's like, he doesn't know how to, he can't argue that.
Or he'll bastardize
so
it. Like
he
you never
runs away.
said he was sitting on his deck trying to shoot black people. What you
see
said
Babu
was he
in
was
the
sitting
background. Babu, a full house, buddy. I can't.
I'll jump out for Babu, but basically, everybody like he'll take what happened and he'll change it. Right? He'll change the narrative. You never said Wally's just sitting around ready to shoot black people.
Oh.
Right, but while he's sitting,
right. Dan never said that.
What Wally does, he was talking about how he's prepared for when the black girls come back, and he was showing weapons around his balcony. Then he also made the video when he ran out and he chased the black girls with the "Stop Asian Hate" sign. So there was 2 incidents where he's running around with a weapon.
Nobody
black
ever
people
said.
Involved. Like I don't know.
And he says that all the time. Oh, they said I tried to kill baby mama. Nobody ever said he tried to kill her. There was a physical altercation. I'm sure he wasn't going to kill her.
But even if Wally goes to court with that, it's like Wally makes a video where he talks about, I laid my hands on her and got arrested.
He'll attack women, but he'll take men to court.
Yeah, I don't know where to start with Wally. Like his last couple of videos were amazing. His new narrative now is that you guys were the one that sent baby mama the Craigslist and the emails, and you, like specifically you guys, are the reason why he doesn't want to go there.
Isn't that great? I mean, Dan made this great point. He's like, he made that video with the 2 fake Facebook profiles, and then he talked about this infamous Craigslist ad that I don't know.
He made a video where he said, I know baby mama has it. I'd love to think he's like, "Hey baby mama, I know you hate me and I'm not allowed to talk to you, but could you send me that Craigslist ad because I'm making a bunch of videos. It'd be great if I had." Like he's crazy enough to do that.
But I said together again. Babu, did you hear that he said in that video, like, it seems to me it sounded like they went to couples counseling and she sprung that on him and couples counseling. So the reason you went to couples counseling wasn't because of the Craigslist ad. It was because of a bunch of other shit, obviously choking her out and, going out with your friends and doing stuff that you probably wasn't responsible. And then
never mind the fact that we found out that he went to couples counseling, which was a great gem, because I didn't know that at all. So he let that personal information
that's
out.
our fault. That's why he brought that up. He's like, I went to couple counseling because of you guys.
I just had this mental image of Wally showing up at couples counseling in his Star Wars racing shirt and his Freddy fedora. I could just and her sitting next to him like, oh my god,
sitting like far away from him.
It's amazing that he doesn't understand that it was all the bullshit that he did. X out the whole Craigslist thing. X out the whole Freemasons and all that shit. It was the fact that he was such a scumbag and a loser. Like she finally had enough of it and she was out. That's it. She was out.
I actually have the clip of when he's trashing his family. We could watch it. So if it's like 7 minutes long, if you want to.
Sure.
We can curl up to that. Let's see.
One of the sound bites Wally's been playing recently, I heard in a few lives, he's talked about how he was bullied as a kid. And I'm sure that's just another version of how demented he is.
Dude, he wasn't bullied. He would say stupid shit, and people would beat the shit out of him for saying stupid shit.
Before I play that video I have. This is a viewer sent this in. He was very excited about it. I can't tell you who did it, guys, because there's stuff behind the scenes. I can't,
Dude.
Oh, behind the scenes, you can't say
So,
too much
so this
about
was
it.
sent in by a
He's gonna
viewer.
get
Here
fucking
we go.
forensics.
Fan mail. I love it.
Reveling in making this video. You know why? Because I love to point out Hippocratic bullshit. I love hypocrisy. I love people that don't speak the truth, especially our media. Remember when Frank James, a fat, black, tall, cross-eyed, overweight, man-tit asshole, who was hating on white people and hating on Asian people,
Wally
and
kind
hating
of has
on
tentacle arms
Latinos,
too.
hating his fellow black people, calling them coons and house N-words, decided to pick up a gun and go shoot
He
people.
says coon.
You don't
He
believe
doesn't say
me?
the N-word.
Look at the
Coon
archive.org
N-word.
link I have in the description box. You can listen to him yourself. I've never heard that many N-bombs drop, but this
Sure
fat
he has,
black
in his own
asshole
videos.
decided
Yeah.
to pick up a gun and shoot innocent people. Don't give me that fucking soft argument.
Dude.
Nobody got killed. Fuck you and your mother and your kids too. How's that?
How's that?
So, token Black Mayor Eric Adams and his appointed police commissioner, commissioner Napatur wouldn't even mention the fact that he was black until 4chan actually exposed him. And then Frank James was under so much
Which he was
pressure,
100% wrong
called
about.
1-800
Yeah, I
Crime
know.
Stoppers on his own. That's a fact.
No,
Now you
it's
got
not.
some fat black asshole, a racist, bigoted asshole who got exposed by some internet super sleuths, turned himself in because he knew the game was over. But of course, you know what they're gonna do? They'll blame Trump and blame the gun. Now,
No.
fast forward to
Nobody
Peyton
nobody
Gendron
said
and the
Trump
shooting
is at
in
fault for
Buffalo.
this.
White supremacists! Peyton Gendron, it's Trump's fault! It's the gun's fault!
I
Nobody's saying any of
Thank
that.
you, mysterious viewer, for
Yeah.
that
I love
for
the
that
little
big
desk,
work.
the desk statue of what's his name, Megatron or whatever. The fuck.
Yeah, Savage called it a GoBot. It's a Transformer,
Oh,
Savage.
my
Okay,
man.
read a
Nobody
fucking book,
sued.
buddy. Come
What's
on.
wrong with you, nerd?
I went into
Megatron.
Queen Ma'at's live stream in the
Oh,
chat.
she's another nut.
She loves it when you do that.
Yeah, and I was my name was Megatron of the Monkey Fist, and she was trying to sound it out, and she just completely fucked it up, and I'm just like, this ain't going anywhere.
She's terrible. She
Yeah,
is.
she's
I was gonna use
The
like
girl
a graphic
actually,
of hers, but I
the
know
Mia
Wally would be
girl
like,
actually, what's her name? Mia, isn't it Mia? She like attacked in my character. She was like, "Oh, Kmart investors in like heart and all that shit." And as soon as I got in there, I was like, "Hey, I don't know if this is the time and all that stuff." And then Maga is like, "They sent you over here." I said, "You need to stop with the passive aggressive tone." I said, "I did not say
I
that."
caught that. I like
Yeah,
that.
I caught that too. Yeah, actually, I did.
I said I need to talk
Wally
to you
went,
about
"Ugh,"
no.
when he
Yeah, so I did all. So I did all that. So anyway, after I left, because it's her stream, she was like, "Yeah, he doesn't think that we need politics." I said, all I said was, "Don't take it so seriously." She goes, "He's on government, all this stuff." I said, "Oh my Jesus!" I said, "My girl's job is crap, and my job pays all the bills." And and I didn't like try to like get back in there or whatever the hell, because like I just thought that she was a low blow, because like she was literally giving me hearts and made me moderator and all this stuff, and then
you became a mod.
Yeah, I became on in her chat, and then also she started attacking me.
Wow,
I'm like,
that's a score.
I was like, "Yo, like, why are you like trying to like adjust? Like, I was just chill with you, and then you want to be all mad." And then Maga, like I said, Maga did say, Kmart is trying to get everybody together, which I was and stuff like that. But he went right back to bashing me. You see what I deal with? You see this, guys? I'm like, dude, man.
When you said you got a death threat, how did like an email?
Email, 3 emails.
Ooh.
I don't know how the hell. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's the weird thing about it.
Did they come from a Proton mail address? Because
Yes.
that's what Wally does.
That's
Yeah.
his go-to.
That's
Proton,
Wally's
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Wally's MO.
Yeah, he's a Proton
and
mail
that's
guy.
what's weird. It's like, I was like, how did they find my email? That was the weird thing. Like, I'm not about that. I was trying to bring two conflicting sides together, and now I'm getting
Wally
death threats.
figured out that you were probably Jump Pluff, and he's like, "Oh,
Wait. Are you the dude that was on his live stream the other day?
Yeah,
Babu,
yeah,
come on, catch up, buddy."
That's hilarious. Because the funny thing is, when you first got on, immediately I go, "Oh, this guy's setting him up. Like he's warming up Wally."
Yeah,
The audience
Like,
TV, that's
The
Kmart
audience is
investor.
catching
Exactly.
on,
Yeah.
That's hilarious. And fucking Wally's so stupid. He didn't even catch that. He's about to get set up, and he's like, You know what?
That's why
I
you're getting
agree with
death
you.
threats, because Wally, the jig is up, and now in his mind, it's okay to murder you. That's how he thinks. It's like, oh, you tricked me on a live stream.
I'll be honest. I thought for a minute I thought it was Dan who modified his voice a little bit, and he was really just like playing a joke on Wally the whole time.
I
So, like,
can't.
Wally's
You know
so
how
dumb,
I
he didn't
speak.
get it.
I can't modify my voice.
Look, there's only two people that ever go into Wally's chats that are legitimately like backers of Wally, and that's Plastic in the Tree and Penny Pounder. Anybody else, they're probably a troll of some kind.
Dude, I spent 2 hours of my life trying to get that dude to stop with the hate and just everybody come to terms. I liked it everything from like, there was even a dude that was actually inspired by him, and I told him about that and everything. And I'm like, literally, dude, are you kidding me? I'm like, dude, drop it. Like,
you asked him why he wouldn't turn over a new leaf and forgive Dan and all that, and
I did a lot of things for him.
He changed it so much where he's like, oh, the reason why I didn't do this is because I apologized to him, and he said, fuck you. But he leaves out the part that for months before that, he was bashing Dan and saying all the stupid shit about him.
He did that at Queen Matt, and I was so mad because he was like, I apologized to him, and he said, fuck you. Can you believe it? And she didn't ask the obvious follow-up question, which is like,
why
what
would
did
you
you
say fuck
do that
you?
you had to
Exactly.
say you're sorry to the guy?
I think Savage Savage is security for the whole stream. That's what I'd say. You're right, Savage.
Don't say security. You'll trigger Wally.
I'll show you my. You know what? Here, check this out. Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Well, I don't know if it depends on what you're going to show us.
Here comes a dick.
He's going to show us a girl tied up in the back or something terrible.
He's going to show his baby mama.
I do want to tell you guys this is my last interview I'm ever going to do, though. You know what I'm saying? This will be my last interview.
The heat's too much for you?
No, I have a life, my dude, and I was trying to. I thought.
How dare you, sir?
I thought that at the end result, everybody would come together, and I could be like, yo, Jump Pluff helped the community come together, and it's done, but it's just not working.
Cool, nice.
It's a valiant attempt, and I appreciate it, but he's just a loss. There's nothing you can do.
What is that? A St. Andrews cross? What is that?
It's probably because Wally doesn't want it to end, because this is the most attention he's ever going to get.
He can't sit down with us because we throw his we've been watching Wally for so long. We know all his tricks and his.
Wally's getting more subs. Wally's getting more subs because of this beef, not because
that's a Red Ryder BB gun. You put your eye out. Be careful.
Lethal BB gun.
It's got a compass in the stock and this thing that tells time.
You're not gonna fuck with me, dude. You're not gonna fuck with me, dude.
Hey, let's see how many notches you have in that
I'm ready
stock.
for you, yo.
Savage, let's see how many notches you have in there.
I didn't see his latest video, but I saw that he posted up something pretty much saying, if anybody comes to his house.
Right, I'm looking at the thumbnail right now.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I'm guessing he's setting up for he's like Dan King, he's trying to set this false paper trail, like Savage was saying about oh yeah, I got that. It's like no one is fucking with the guy other than we make fun of his dumb videos.
In the meantime, in light of all the
world.
Things that are happening, right? The subway shooter and this kid and all these terrible things, this idiot puts the thumbnail in his video holding up, even though it's an air gun, a gun with this
still,
right. Come get me, motherfucker.
It's not smart.
He doesn't say Wally is that next guy. It's gonna happen if he stays on his track. He's gonna be that next guy that hits the news.
I mean, there was one video that Wally was critiquing the subway guy from New York, and he's got the guy's videos up on the screen next to him, and Wally's sitting there. They're both wearing a fucked up shirt. They're both wearing a baseball hat. They're both wearing a necklace. It was like a black and white version of the same
Absolutely.
person.
I couldn't agree with you more on that.
And if something were to happen, they'd be like, yes, he makes crazy videos on the YouTube where he talks about the gay people and I like his latest thing. Well, he's been on for a while, but he equates gay teachers are gonna teach your kids how to put dildos in them or something. It's okay, calm down there.
What does he call your sexual fetish? Your object?
Yeah, they're gonna make your kids pedophilia. Dude, fucking knock it off, man.
If the stupid fuck would have take some interest in his kids and have tried to get some visitation, he could see what his kids are learning and look at their curriculum and comment intelligently and not get it from some stupid YouTube personality and get it firsthand.
It's a beautiful Gramps. Beautiful. I like that.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Well, he's not an intelligent man, so he can't do things like that.
Yeah, I was trying to see the difference, my dude. I was trying to help both sides up.
Well, Jump Bluff, I appreciate, it seems like you were altruistic in trying to get this done.
Yeah,
But
it's a natural thing to try, but
yeah,
Wally
yeah,
he's
but
not
but
going to do it.
Yeah,
you know,
he's going through what everybody goes through. The thought that maybe Wally's savable, but Wally is so far beyond saving. But everybody goes through that same step. So
We've given him a
yeah.
path. Like the path is to acknowledge the crazy shit you did, but he's like, they're lying. They're selling you lies. Like
Jump Bluff, it's like you came into this movie like towards the I don't know towards the end, but you definitely came in the middle, and we've seen like hours and hours of the movie.
Yeah, we've seen this movie. Like this is like the fifth sequel. Like we've seen the movie 1,000 times already.
I mean, even did you see True Sherm recently made a video, and he's like, and True Sherm, I
meant to package True Sherm's video to watch I was going to watch a little clip of it.
But but True Sherm was kind of like Dan, and some of the way that Dan kind of tried to take Wally under his wing. I wasn't like that. There was one point. There was one story.
Okay. So there's others. Okay.
Yeah, that tried to do what you were trying to do to like, hey, dude, maybe you should just like tone it down a little bit, or try to be a little bit more, gregarious around people, and not
my origin story is I was trying, like, the Star Wars group was like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But Wally, he didn't understand like social
Ironically,
cues.
that was my origin story.
I was like,
too.
let me try to tell this guy.
I always hated the motherfucker, so there you go.
I was laughing at it, but part of me is like, whatever insanity he has, he's not getting it. So maybe if we try to talk to him, which was dumb because he's a crazy guy, and he's not gonna, get it.
Well, I hope the new group he has and stuff like that.
The panel killer, mysteriously kind.
Oh, mysteriously. Oh, he's an Amber Heard supporter. Oh boy.
I hope that the new group he is in with now at least like accepts them and shit like that, because I don't wish harm on anybody. So like I really do hope he gets his stuff together. But I tried the best I can, like everything I possibly could, everything.
Yeah, it's good.
And with the amount of time I have in my life, you know what I'm saying? Like the amount of time I have free, I don't have all day to help you, Wally. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, I tried as much as I could. I mean, I'm up pretty much every single night. Because of my kids, I let my girls sleep and vice versa and stuff like that. So like I'm pretty much up all night. So I was like, I'll spend this time to try to do something productive and help a dude that needs some help, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, but he needs help beyond what any of us can give him.
Wally's been to professional therapy, and that still hasn't helped. So you don't have a shot.
Yeah. There's always that try though. You know what I'm saying?
What I learned is Wally's not interested in your advice. He's interested in you stopping what you're doing and talking to him about his personal problems and listening to him. But he's not going to take your advice. But he wants that.
And then I told him to make his struggles in his life and make him see past that. I gave him a little bit of my life and when I went through, just a little bit of it. And I'm like Tim Pool. I was bringing that up, and he's like, you know what?
Yeah, but I don't have internet trolls like Wally.
You remember what I said that though? I said like he actually said it in the. He said that in that interview. But, so in that interview, he was like, "Yeah, I don't know how to answer that, Gaymart. Like, I really don't know how to answer that." I stomped him right there, and I'm like, "Dude, if he can go through all that, you can do better, man. Like, come on, dude."
It was great because you cornered him in with that because he was like, I follow these people, and Tim Pool's an inspiration of mine. And he was like, "Yeah, my dude, me too," and then he said all the stuff, and he couldn't agree with it because then it would make him look bad.
Oh, Raven, haven't spoke to Raven in a while. It's funny. Wally thinks he knows who Raven is, and he's 110% wrong. But he usually I love it because every time he sees Raven, he's like, "Oh, that motherfucker from the 501st," and he talks about another human being. But I laugh like wrong. But Wally's gonna.
He swears he knows who I am, and he's still not even close.
Babu, I noticed in some of your videos you leave this little quick clip, and like is that something?
Oh, the kid with the pot. He's like,
Oh, is that a clue of you, or is it just like?
Oh no, that's just me stirring the pot.
Oh, okay. But with Wally, there's nothing to stir. It stirs itself. It's like a self-stirring pot. I mean,
I want to watch his latest videos now because after seeing that thumbnail, I got to know what this moron has to say.
Yeah, but they're very vague. It's like he's talking about somebody threatening to come to his house to do him some kind of harm, and I know it has nothing to do with any of us because I didn't see any of that. So either he's just drumming up some interest in his life, or
it comes
from something else.
He just sent Jump Fluff allegedly sent Jumpluff a death threat, so he's got death threat on the mind. So he's gonna be like, I get death
I
threats
do not
too.
know if it's from Maga Man. I can give you guys the email.
If
You
it's
guys have an
Proton
email.
Mail, I guarantee you it's Wally.
Yeah,
That's
I can't-
the
I
MO.
can't-
Wally
it's
told me
Maga
about
Man.
Proton Mail.
Everything I got was from.
I can't just say it's Maga Man. It's not right.
But how would he
We're
get?
saying it's allegedly, Mag.
But how would he even get your email
Allegedly.
address?
It could be Penny too. Like they're.
Yeah, but
It could be
they're
Penny Pounder.
But Jumpluff, how would he even get your email address?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what's weird about it. That's what's. I mean, I did talk to him when he had a he had some kind of chatting service. It was probably about 5 or 6 months ago. He had a chatting service in his thumbnails or something like that.
Adam for Adam.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, it was something that was very. It wasn't like Discord or anything like that. It was something like I don't know what exactly it was called. I got that and I had to sign up and had my email, but I don't know how he got my email. That's what was weird about it, because and especially like with me trying to like see both sides. Like when I even told him in the mod chat, I was like, I've talked to both sides, and as soon as I said that, he goes, I'm like, dude, you can expect somebody to not want to try to see both sides, and I didn't even care about that. I even addressed like, yo, let's throw all the things to rest. Who cares about who did what, and if y'all can come together? And he threw up the island thing. But I got these things in my actual like mail. It's connected to my Jumpluff account though, so that's what's weird about it.
But Jump, I got to ask you. All right, you want people to see both sides, but please tell me you clearly know that Wally is fucking demented, right?
I don't need more death threats, so I'm not going to say anything.
Well, because
wow.
Because when you were talking to him, and at one point you mentioned you brought up this guy Dan you don't know too well, and Wally was like, I tried to apologize, and he said "fuck you" to me. So no, I won't. Which is like true.
I don't have to take his.
I think if you remember that interview, I did say or like stuff like that a lot, just to try to. I can kind of see the bullshit. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be like an eggshells at Wally, because
but Jumpluff, I think it was kind of funny because he was Kmart investor in the Queen Ma'at chat before he actually went in there. He was Kmart investor, and I was in there, and I'm plastic in the tree, which I'm sure I was plastic in the tree, and I kind of
impersonation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's going to get some kind of YouTube something. It. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
So I said to Kmart, I said, look, I get what he's trying to do, and he's trying to be cool and do the right thing, but this is a guy who put a pellet gun in his mouth in a live stream and threatened to kill himself.
I saw that.
Because he threatened to put it in his mouth. He didn't actually do it though.
I don't know if he did, but
it's hard to hold the camera and talk and do that.
Yeah.
So it was like there's a lot of
but like because people made videos like criticizing and making fun of him, satirizing, he got into this state of mind that he thought it was worth, or he wanted to reach out, or whatever it was, if he really wanted to kill himself or not. But it was pretty dramatic. And that's why.
But he's done that.
It was pretty
before,
dramatic. So like if that's got to show that there's something like really really deep down wrong there that can't be helped by trying to give the guy advice, because he doesn't take anybody's advice anyway. He does. Yeah, he does. He does
give him advice. He'll like send you legal documents.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Slippery, are you ready for our new segment?
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go, everybody.
What is this now?
I got an intro for it. I got it somewhere. Hold on. Here we go. This is my brand new segment. Here we go. Maybe.
By the production value of the show.
And now it's time for Slippery Reads, a random part of the document Wally mail tape that Wally refers to as a cease and desist, but is really just the notarized ramblings of a probable crazy person.
Nice.
There we go. New segment.
It's like great bedtime stories.
Okay, take it away, Slippery.
I don't get a cue. Okay, here we go.
That's your cue. Come on.
This is Wally's cease and desist to Dan and I, Dan/Kevin. Your actions are unwanted, unwelcomed, and have become unbearable to me. Your actions have infringed on my right to remain free from harassment. As a result of your harassment, I have suffered in the following ways: substantial harm to my reputation, substantial harm to my personal character, emotional distress in the form of anxiety, panic attacks, insomnia, any/all psychological conditions related to this blatant and continued abuse.
And or.
Wow.
There you go. There you go. Any
Unreal.
and all psychological. So every psychological condition he has is caused by Dan or
Yeah.
I.
Again,
Not
retconning. Like
9/11.
9/11 PTSD,
Yeah.
that's now our fault because we're.
Yeah.
Nice job, guys.
There you go. That was
But his
cease
argument
and
is
desist minute.
yes, very good. Every
Fantastic.
every week, get ready, Slippery. That's your cue, okay?
All
Wow.
right. Yeah. I'll be a little bit more.
I
smooth
spent
on the
way
next
too
one.
much time on that intro, so.
Can you play the intro again?
Oh, you want me to reread it?
All right,
Play
hold on.
the intro again.
Wait, is it sitting in? It's sitting in. Is it sitting there? Oh, this is it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And now it's time for Slippery Reads, a random part of the document Wally mailed him that Wally refers to as a cease and desist, but is really just the notarized ramblings of a probable crazy person.
That's even better the second time.
Unreal.
I came up with the title myself, guys.
Holy shit.
It may be a little long. There's film
getting
grain in that.
notarized.
That's some top quality work.
I'm crying over here. Holy
A lot of
crap.
thought went into that one.
So my wife.
I was gonna make like an outro, which was like the same thing, but it's like tune in next week for. But to do the letters when I say it is like an hour, so I'm like, I'm not. They
Quick
get
funny
it.
story. My wife comes with me to work today, right? We work in Queens, live on the island, right? So she's like,
Oh, you
we
just
got-
doxed yourself.
Docs.
Well, yeah, yeah. So, she says to me, "Oh, we got, after work, we're gonna leave work 6, 7 o'clock. We'll go out to eat, and then we'll be home." I said, "No, I can't do it. Can't do it." She said, "Why not? Why not?" I said, "Well, we got a live stream going tonight. It's a big."
You're gonna get in trouble.
So we just stopped at Wendy's for a quick bite. So this is important stuff.
I mean, I can push it back to 9 if it's gonna get you in trouble.
True story. Tonight's my girlfriend's birthday.
Yeah. Fun, hidden big now. Fun fact: that song is called "The Lonely Man." FYI. Oh, and speaking of music, the music that I use in that video, the Slippery Reads, is from the 1953 Ed Wood movie Glenn or Glenda, which is about a cross-dressing man.
Oh,
it sounded like something from.
because Wally's fascinated with trans people, so I figured that would be.
It sounded like
Oh,
something
and
from Leave
without
It to
giving,
Beaver.
Dan, without giving too much away, I might be a little bit closer to that thing I was telling you about a month ago.
Ooh, I was
I
gonna
don't
a little sizzle.
Yeah, I don't know
Talk about it. We can't talk about it, guys. There are things.
Oh, it's behind the
gotta put in
scenes,
place.
and there are illegal aspects in motion
Yeah,
right
I got
now. So we have to
law,
be quiet.
my legal team in California and New York. I gotta, can't.
Yeah, this may be some first-hand shocking shit.
I also
think-
told him not to waste all that money. I don't know if y'all saw that. I told him not to waste all the money on the
Dude,
slot.
he's getting more and
He's
more shipments from
like, I
Amazon
hear you
every
jump off,
single
but the
thing.
man's literally held up paperwork that said he's clinically unable to control his spending.
Like, dude, I tried so hard. A good 30 minutes on that subject. I was like, dude, I also talk about the insecurities of people if they talk shit about you. Usually it means that whatever and stuff like that. I really tried to get him to be like, yo, dude, it's not worth it, especially with a recession about to happen soon. My stocks have plummeted, the ones I've invested in. I was like, yo, dude, it's going to happen, and you need to
The man is on disability and buys Transformers and soccer jerseys. How on earth do you think you're going to convince him?
Again, his initial thing with me was
It's
like,
hope.
we're going to
It's
court.
hope.
It's some weird fantasy. He wants, he imagines himself and a judge with the white wig, and all his trolls, and he's just like, yes, Exhibit A, and the judge is like, oh my god, everyone is blown. That's his fantasy. He thinks he's gonna blow everyone
just
away.
give this a frame of reference, right? Everybody's either tangentially familiar or familiar with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, and I watched a little snippet today.
Oh, we're not talking about that. Okay, go ahead.
No, we're not. No, I just watched a snippet just to put the Wally thing with Jump Bluff in perspective about cost.
Oh, there's Penny. Yay, hi Penny.
Yeah. So to put it,
another loser.
Go on in, Penny.
Yeah.
You're always welcome, buddy.
One of the Johnny Depp lawyers asks expert witness or vice versa, and it's like a psychologist that's an expert witness and says, how much are you getting paid for this? $100,000, $200,000, or $300,000? That's one expert witness in a trial that's going for 4 weeks that's probably costing both sides millions of dollars. And in in Wally's demented mind, he thinks that he's going to be sitting there with some lawyer, and Dan is going to be on the stand, and like Dan says, there's going to be a judge there with the white hair thing, and they're going to be grilling us, and we'll be sitting there sweating bullets because you did this.
You want
you
it
did that.
televised. You
Yeah.
want it televised.
I can't imagine.
No, I want
anything
the
going-
sketches like when they have the court artist like me like this like and it's like cartoony like I want that.
I can't imagine anything Wally says even making it to court. Like who in the right mind's gonna be like, yes, this is an actual thing that we can have a
You have
trial.
money to file the paperwork, let alone get it on the docket. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and jump
And
off
even if he
telling
goes,
that,
he's
too.
like Dan King's making up lies about me, and I just like shotgun all his videos of the things I say he does. Like okay, like
Yeah, this is clearly just Wally just trying to stretch out everything he can just to get the attention. There's no judge in the world that's going to entertain this case. That's good.
No.
It's childish. It's like we're being fun. We're shock jocks. We're having fun with the guy.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. We're shock jocks, Wally.
Yeah,
well,
Oh, speaking of that, I meant to do before. We can review one of Wally's.
And I think that's what's so bad about like the MAGA army as a whole, because like even though I was on nobody's side, just trying to help people out, I still got attacked by their side. This side,
The MAGA army is 2 people. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean,
It's not even a battalion.
right. So, but like, so with this side, I'm so welcome in here and stuff like that. But like him, it's just like, if I don't do along with at least what I've seen of my jump pluff analysis, my name says, if I don't do what he wants or what he sees right, I'm the bad person, even though I'm morally doing right. You know what I'm saying? It's like no. It's like
Wally's always welcome. Penny's in here, like
Penny doesn't
kicking
have
us
the
around. No,
balls.
I don't block anybody. Like,
No,
come on.
Penny does not have the balls to come into a live stream. So
that's another person that was like just assassinating me. She actually caught on one time, was like, Kmart, are you actually whatever? I'm like, I'm not actually anything, to be honest with you. I'm here to try to get two sides together. And she made it seem like I was some kind of like spy and all this. I'm like, dude, you are ridiculous, dude.
I'll step out and let Penny get in.
Actually, I got to get out of here for a bit. So if anything, I'll come right back in. No, Penny will never come back in. The guy's a little bitch. But I'll be right back.
All right, here we go. We'll do. This is Wally. This is a little bit older video where Wally is talking about his previous life in Baby Mama's home, among other things.
Well, in my case, her father was a ravenous alcoholic. I mean, completely stone cold drunk. When I was working in union construction, she would call me up and say, my dad is drunk. We have to go pick him up. Can you meet me there? This is at Cafe 75 on Roosevelt Avenue, walking distance.
This is the guy that bitches about privacy all the time.
And I would meet her there, still in my work clothes, dead tired.
We know her favorite food. We know what her favorite restaurant is.
Pumping money into the Joker poker machine and pissed drunk. Now, remember, both of them worked for Century 21. It got to a point where the real estate market dropped. It was non-existent.
So that's going to be 2008.
As a result, their mortgage payments started to really, really exacerbate. On top of paying school taxes, which they can no longer afford because now the bottom dropped out in real estate. The mother of my kids was forced to work for a milk company, and she would solicit this milk in some of the worst
school taxes really in
places
New
I've
York
ever
City.
seen
What
in New
are
York
you talking
City.
about?
And I would be afraid for her safety, and I would go with her.
It's
Try to
bullshit.
protect her and look after her, as a man should. That's the job of a man, protecting our women.
No, the job of a man is to get a job.
Right, work.
Yeah, go work. Work for your family, you dumbass.
He's protecting the milk.
And I hate it. And I begged her.
Why don't you
to
go
find
and
something
sell the
different.
milk
Eventually,
instead of her?
She started
Right.
working for Social Security, at which now she works in Long Island. Originally, she worked in the Bronx, but now she works out in Long Island to this day.
Thanks for letting us know, Wally.
Yeah,
The
thanks,
doxing
Wally.
of it all.
Enough money, and they were trying to
Like
browbeat
how?
me to pay for their mistakes, to pay for their mortgage, and pay for their school taxes. And it
Pay
wasn't
for their
fair to
mistakes.
me. It got to
The
such
mistake
a
was
point
taking your ass in.
where they couldn't afford the mortgage payments or any of that. So what they did, we lived in a two-family house. Their tenant needed repairs badly in the upstairs on the third floor, so to speak.
And I can't
Because
work.
it was literally 3 floors when you looked at it from the outside.
Hey,
Technically, it
you know,
was
a
2
union
floors, but when you
plumber
looked
could
at
have
it
roughed
from the
out a new
outside, it was
plumbing
only
on the
3.
bathroom, right,
But
Wally?
the
You
top
could have done
floor
that.
is where the legitimate tenant lived. And they needed repairs, and he never got them. If he did get any kind of repairs, they were shoddy.
He's still dressed like a plumber.
But as
Talking
a
about
result of
repairs.
that, her father decided to literally close up the middle section of the house and deadbolt the door, which used to lead up to the living room, and illegally rent it out to what I will suspect to be illegal immigrants.
Oh, you will suspect that, will you?
And it got so bad, the financial situation, that literally we drove from New York City to Ohio to seek out one of these not-for-profit organizations to try to get the mortgage lowered. And their mortgage was held by Chase Bank.
They wanted to get their 501c3 canceled.
After a while, the damage upstairs in the midsection that was closed off was so bad, he ended up kicking them out, or whatever the reasons were. To this day, I don't remember exactly what the reasons were for evicting these people out of the midsection. But eventually, he reopened
Same
the
reason you
midsection
got
and
evicted from there?
It was destroyed. Floor tiles were broken. It was a disaster. But it wasn't just that he did that was illegal. My very automobile was sold to me by him from Queensboro Toyota, and I suspect that, because he was collecting Social Security, he was illegally making income, which is a
Is that the
federal
anti-BLM
crime.
vehicle?
Anything that I do is done legally, and I make sure to report my income, even if it's on eBay. I pay.
How does he know? How does he know what his
I do what's
in-laws' finances were and
but
what he was
was working
making?
illegally for Queensboro.
How do you know
Toyota.
that, Wally? How do you make accusations like that?
The main building is on
In the
64th
bedroom
Street
with the
North
glass up
Boulevard,
against the
on
door
elementary
listening.
School where I used to go to as a kid, like my brother and my sister, my nephew and my niece. And I don't know if the storage room or the storage facility is still open, but it's by Travers Park, I believe, on 78th Street, Northern Boulevard.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God! Illegally on Roosevelt Avenue, I believe it was on 50th
Like he's
Street
showing
or
off his
52nd Street,
belt
around
now.
that area. And we used to go drop him off and pick him up at nighttime because he was so desperate to make money for his family that he was working illegally.
He was so desperate.
Yeah.
Listen to that phrase. He was so desperate to make money for his family. He was so desperate to make money for his family. What a bad thing that was.
Have you ever heard of DJ Andrew Steve?
Oh, he's great. I love him.
You?
Love him.
You ever heard of
Of course,
Shock
he
Shock
still lives
Maga
with
Man?
Mommy and Daddy.
I also
70
reached out to the
subscribers.
brother, but I never
Had
heard
this
back from him.
dog that he never took care of, never walked it. He used to run around downstairs in the cellar.
Probably took
and
better care of
urinate
the
and
dog than you
defecate
did of
all
your
over
own
the
kid.
place. He used to run around in the backyard, urinate and defecate in this beautiful backyard. Now, at that time, my kids were born, right? And as a responsible adult, I went out there and cleaned up the feces and the urine. I bleached the
Thank God he didn't put his kids in it.
and I went as
I
far
had
as
to
taking
clean up
concrete
other
seal to seal
dogs'
the cracks in the
feces.
concrete
Who
because
is
of
he
all the
making
weeds
this
that were growing
video
up back there,
for?
because of all the urine and all
For
the
us.
Right.
This video is for us.
and then my kids can run around and play in a clean, safe environment.
Well, alright, guys, I have to
The
call it
spoiled
here.
brat who still
It's the end
lives
of the
with
Maga
mommy
Man
and
era,
daddy,
or
claiming
Jump
it's
Bluff
a
era.
romance
My bad.
DJ.
You guys take care. It was nice meeting all y'all. And
All right,
Oh,
man.
same here.
Thanks for
Third.
trying.
yeah, I
Come
Have
back
a
tried.
good one, Kmart.
Yes.
Come back when you're Sears
Kmart
or
Jump
JC
Bluff.
Penney.
Yeah, go back to the MAGA army. Jump or whatever.
No,
your
I'm
name
done
is.
watching the whole beef. It's not. There's no help for it. I think
No,
it's
you're
gonna
not.
keep watching.
No,
Get
no,
outta
no,
here.
no. This is like the mafia. Once
You're
you're
gonna
in,
be
you cannot get out.
Oh,
You
no.
cannot
You're
get
gonna
out.
fall
No,
asleep. You'll be
you're
like,
not going
"Oh,
anywhere.
God, you're gonna
Jump, we'll
come
see you
out.
next week.
No
All
way.
right, guys. You guys
This
take
guy,
care.
get
No
outta
way.
here.
He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Once a fan, always a fan.
No, no. It's like the mafia.
See you
Once
next
you're in,
week.
you
Jump
can't get out. We'll
Kmart,
see
whatever
you.
you-
Wally is like herpes, right? You can't get rid of him. It's awesome. He's there forever.
Just goes away for a bit.
Fucking asshole. There is so much wrong
He's
just
not.
in this
We never
video
scoop
alone.
up
It's
the
amazing.
I forgot about this
As a
video.
result, I called it ASPCA on
It's a
them for,
disgrace.
You know,
It
being
really is.
irresponsible with their animal and putting my kids in jeopardy. And I actually
Oh,
called the
his
Department
kids.
of Health on them.
His kid in the
And
house
then,
that
of
he's
course,
living
everything
at
Department of Health
scot-free.
knows
my first
In the
week
house that the only
where
home that these
basically
kids
I was
have ever
thrown under the
known.
bus because they were trying to protect their 501c not-for-profit status by not standing up for their members. Because of what a security guard did to me, and because I spoke up about it publicly. I'm
Winter
still
con,
dealing
everybody.
with that to this day, where they're doing everything they can to silence me and shut me up. People are putting
No,
out
we're
fake
not.
Facebook profiles and fake Craigslist ads with me soliciting prostitutes. Of course, she saw
Schadenfreude,
that
Wally,
and accused me
Schadenfreude.
of cheating on her, and then everything blew up.
We'll do that
and
video
as
next.
a result, you know, I'm in a position where I'm at today, where I had to flee New York because I ended up
Flee.
in my home for
Flee,
a year,
flee.
in my car for a year, excuse me, and I tried to kill myself
For a
multiple
warrant?
times in my car, as I wasn't going to live like that, because these people were allowed to get away.
Just turn
with the
yourself
things
in.
that they got away with.
I'm all
And I
suicidal, and
became
it's
the
their
victim.
fault.
And it's what gets me angry about some people putting things out there about me, because they don't know what I had to go through. That I was the victim of revenge.
I'm pretty sure we all know what he went through now.
That her father and her brother and her mother always got in between our relationship. We can never fix our problems because there was always someone or something there to get, between us. And we can never fix problems.
Sucks not having a lot of money.
Now it's a lot of miles.
That video is unbelievable. That is, and you know the funny thing about it is that like he talks about this Hail Mary pass and all this stuff, and I don't know if baby mama watches his stuff, but I'm sure she might, because I mean you never know when you might have to drag him back into court, and this stuff is all on him.
She's just handing him gifts. Like,
yeah, but does she think after he's done all this to her and her family, she's gonna be like, oh yeah, Wally, I want you back. Oh,
well, Hebrew mentioned it. It's like he just thinks people reset.
Yeah.
Like they.
But he's making it sound like she didn't break up with him at all. Like she's making it sound like someone else has forced them to break up, and that's the only reason they're not together.
Whenever he talks about her, she's like not a human. She doesn't have any opinions.
Right, she has no choice.
Thoughts. She's getting coached. She's getting manipulated. It's always like,
Well, you would hope somebody would coach her, for God's sake.
It's like his delusion is like, she is still attracted to me, obviously. Like, I think
how many people do you know are fully estranged from their family? Like their entire family?
Yeah.
None. I mean, I don't know many. I know people have.
I've heard people that say, "Oh, I don't talk to this one brother, but I'm close with." Yeah, that's normal. That's but Wally's on the
his
fringe
entire
of all
family is
normalcy.
like, "No, fuck you, Wally. We're done with you." His own parents are like, "We're done with you." Like, what does that tell you? Listen, guys, I got real kids here. I got to jump off.
Potato played you like a fiddle.
Who's Potato?
I guess he means jump bluff. I guess I don't know who.
I don't know. Guys, I got to jump off for a bit. I'll be back. Don't miss me too much.
All right, hold on.
Who's Craig Listington? Who's this guy?
Oh yeah, I saw him. Craig. I don't know who the hell you are.
Oh, is this gonna be a cock? Is this gonna be a big?
Oh
cock?
Jesus!
Oh no, this is GA, I think.
Oh great.
Yeah, he's having technical problems. We'll give him a minute. Craig, I don't know who the hell you are. It's not happening. Been down this. Give me something.
You gotta identify yourself, not by the penis.
Yeah, no, it's fool me once, something.
It says you know me.
Yeah.
The best was the guy who did the pornography thing. He showed up like next week. He's like, "Yeah, it was me. Sorry about that." And I just showed him the door, like, dude, like, because I know how that ends. We're like, got you again.
What if Penny mean Potato played you like a fiddle? I don't get it. I mean, I don't know.
Garbage, my friend. I love having
Who's
Penny.
Potato and
Penny's
what
like
tune are
perfect,
they
like,
playing?
It's like a wrestler, like this WWE or F or whatever it is. It's like he's like the bad guy, you know.
Oh, okay.
He's the heel. Everyone hates him. Penny, there he is. He's just throwing dog feeds at people.
But Dan, you said something interesting today when he made that whole video about the two Craigslist ad and the Facebook profiles. Right now, that's like, what is that? How long ago is that? Like 8 years ago, right? So like,
yeah, he talks about. Actually, we'll play it. Hold on, I got it right here. Boom, boom. I was waiting for. Oh, is that Garage back again? Hold
What?
on.
We're gonna see Maga Man 8 years ago?
I think Garage is having some hope. There he is.
Ah, there he is. Alakazam.
Is it him? Garage? Is it you?
Hey, GA.
Yeah, it's me.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you fine. Yeah. But it was funny what you said, Dan. It's like 8 years ago. So in the course of that time, if you like put it in perspective, you could have been in like 6th grade and graduated high school, and you're still talking about that stuff from like
yes, so like
it's
children
ridiculous.
have become like adults.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
time
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Like that video.
People have been in like in the Hanoi Hilton in Vietnam as prisoners of war from the time they got in to the time they got out and
But
forgotten
Wally,
it. You know?
I'll play it in a minute. Wally mentioned that in the video. He's like, "This is from 2014." It's like, why are you telling your audience this is ancient history and you're all like angry,
it's
like it
still-
happened yesterday? Like
it's-
what the?
And then you also said too, like if
Look
some
at that.
guy, just imagine some guy came out and Dan mentioned it. This isn't my thought. This was Dan's thought. If some guy came out now today and said, you know what, I made that Craigslist ad, and I was wrong, and I didn't like Wally, and it was really me, and I did it, and I'm sorry, and like he sends the video to Baby Mama, and Baby Mama says, "Oh my God, Wally, come back to me now." Does he really think that that's gonna happen? I mean, somehow in his demented mind, I think he actually believes that.
I talked about it, and when after I sent him the first email to tell him to go fuck himself, he made a post directed at Baby Mama, and it was like, "See, Baby Mama, I was right all those years about the Star Wars guys. Look at what Dan said, and I can't wait to see you like by Christmas." And he was serious, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the? Like I felt like I
remember
was
that.
a pawn in some crazy delusional fucking game he's playing in his head. Like, Jesus, man.
The thing is, he tells on himself when it comes to the inconsistency of his timelines. Like, you can't on one end say that you got kicked out of the house because you choked your kid's mother out. Then you turn right around and say, no, I got kicked out of the house because of the Craigslist ad. Like, which one is it, Wally?
Yeah, right.
And the other thing that doesn't make sense is that, first of all, he keeps saying that he's showing. The
person just sent me. They just sent me a Facebook post. I'm sorry.
God, I've had that done. It never heals properly after.
Go ahead, Garage. Sorry about that.
But he what's ridiculous is that he keeps saying that he has this evidence. Then I just saw this video the other day, where this so-called evidence is, what was it, like a camera shot of a piece of paper showing a Facebook ad. I mean, showing a Facebook account.
Yes.
That is now no longer exists. And then
Or
he
hasn't
says, this is
existed.
evidence.
Yeah,
Or
another
hasn't
one is
existed.
he has a picture, like he posted something and people responded to it in Facebook, and like it's so old that most of the people now
Are
hate
gone.
Wally, but Wally
Yes.
still shows that like it's evidence. And I
It's
try to
not
explain to
evidence.
Wally, like, you could doctor that whole thing, like it's not admissible anywhere because it could be
And-
photoshopped, it could be
As I'm sure his state-appointed attorney during his so-called custody battle explained to him, this is not evidence of anything. You asking your buddies and your friends on Facebook, have they ever saw you cheat on anyone, means absolutely nothing in the court of family court. Because we're here today to talk about the fact that you choked your kid's mother out, and that you are a loser and you don't make any money and you have no way of providing money or security to the children. Therefore, there is no case. You have no evidence. Get this weird binder that you probably paid $2 for at Target. Get it out of my face. Let me try to work some kind of magic here to see if possibly you can have supervised custodial visits at least once a year at best, and shut the fuck up. Like, that's pretty much.
But Garage, he couldn't take that as an answer. So he was just getting agitated, and he was showing really what kind of unstable, emotional person that he is. And he even mentioned in one of his videos, she said, "You're too distraught," because she was giving him the benefit of the doubt, saying, "Yeah, the guy just, this and that." But it wasn't being distraught; it was just being emotionally unstable, which he is.
One of the videos that disappeared on his old channel was him. I thought it was hilarious because he had that stupid pom-pom hat on, but he's all serious and he's like crying and he's trying he's trying to convey some serious. He's got
Those are
but
one
anyway,
of my favorites.
The message was I think he just got back from that court and he was all flustered and he said in it that he said that my lawyer suppressed my evidence, which means, like what Garage said, they were like, we're not going to use this black book for anything. That was the suppression of evidence. And Wally was like, I'm going to sue her. I'm suing the judge. I'm suing New York. You could tell he a bunch of grown-ups told him stuff he didn't want to hear, and he was defamation, slander, I'm getting everybody.
Exactly what you said.
It's gone. It went away, that video.
If you watch like snippets, and I do because maybe I'm white trash. I don't know.
Because we have problems.
Yeah. That Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing once in a while, and I remember stuff like that where his Facebook, people saying stuff on Facebook. they would jump up the attorneys and beat the desk and say that's hearsay, that's hearsay, that's hearsay over and over again because that's all it is. It's just hearsay. So and he uses that like in some kind of pseudo legal jargon, thinks that it really means something when it doesn't.
For the
mean
public
anything.
record.
Yeah, he's always like, I want this for the public record.
Did you see the one HS where he put out a video of Dan and myself, and it says for public release.
Yes.
Like this is like it came across the wire or on one of the major news services. You know, like he's
breaking news.
He's Maga Man for
This
public
just
release.
in.
The big press release, Maga Man for public release. Dan King did something, or Slippery did a thing, or whatever it is.
One of my favorite segments that Miss Elite did years ago, it's like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. She did a video where she literally was reporting, like she did this thing where she had one of the Manosphere guys doing something.
You're gonna trigger people talking about.
No. It's gonna be fair. And all I did was.
You won't trigger me. I laugh at her.
What was funny to me was how she used one of their words and one of their little events that was happening in their lives, and she kind of used the CN, like the little newscaster, like that. It was hilarious, and she was like, it was just hilarious. I'm just saying, you just reminded me of that.
Wait, guys, hang on a sec. Is anyone who's breathing heavy into the mic?
That's me. I got a brand new mic.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like.
It's really sensitive. Wow.
I thought he was jerking.
I was actually playing with his settings.
I'm pretty fucking close to it too.
I've never done it before, but I was playing with his mic settings. I just put it down.
Oh, you bastard! I just moved my mic.
How do you even do that? My mic was like $9 on Amazon, and
Well,
I don't think
I've
I
got
have any settings.
I went and got a boom. It cost like $300 something. Yeah, and then the first thing I did was break it as soon as I got home. My fucking arm wouldn't close, and I broke it.
But but really, that was just the side thing. What I really wanted to say was this: one of my closest friends is actually an actual family court lawyer, and summer before last, before his first channel was shut down. You know, he said, "I cannot believe that this dude is literally threatening the lives of the people who represented him at family court."
Yeah.
He's seriously
crazy.
threatening. He should
die. Die! I could say
exactly.
that.
He's
That
seriously
was quote.
threatening the lives of these lawyers. He actually knew one of them. I'm not going to say the name of which one, but he was like, he was like, I cannot believe this. He's like, I said, well, I've been trying to email these people with the links to his channel for like forever, but I'm not getting any response. He was like, yeah, let me talk to the one who I do know. And
in Wally's defense, she should die because she's a little bitch. So, I mean, I get where he's coming from.
I have a question though. That video that you guys showed earlier, he was talking about picking up dog shit to protect his children. But how is he?
Great way of putting it.
How is he picking up dog shit when he's not even cutting the lawn?
Well,
I don't believe it.
You know, I mean.
If he won't cut the grass, I don't believe he's picking up shit either.
Because his house is always. I think he's a clean freak. Whenever he does a video in the background,
without a doubt,
there's always a thing of Lysol and a thing of wipes and.
How does he get all these empty cans of cook spray?
Well, so I think he was probably like doing it because he was like OCD or something like that.
I actually think that this whole lawn cutting thing, I think this whole situation is going to resolve because Dan is going to give him his old lawnmower, the one where the battery is degrading. He's going to give that to Wally. You'll get a new one, and we'll all come together, kumbaya.
Wow, maybe it all comes back to the lawnmower.
Is it a riding mower?
No, not even. No.
He's got to push it.
I have a little thing that you could, like, it's a little handle that you could use or not use, and then it powers itself. So I could either push it or walk behind it. Sometimes I'll push it because it saves battery power. I'm going to tell you all about my lawnmower, everybody. Dan King Lawnmower Hour.
Get him the Fisher Price one that has the little balls that pop up and down when you push it around.
Remember those? Again, hidden showing his age.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, I bought that for my kids.
And the eyes go up and down when it runs.
Oh, when you walk with it, or the little balls pop around.
I think you're thinking of the phone. There's the phone on the string that the eyes go like crazy.
Hey, Wally bought a limited edition on eBay for $400 of one of those things.
Hey, HS, before you came in, we were talking with Dan because Dan had this really cool thing. He was like, in a side chat behind the scenes. He was
Uh-huh.
saying, he had this thing where he's thinking like, wouldn't this be cool if like Wally had like a life coach, emotional life coach that would like walk around with him, and like if he was going to Walmart and getting dressed and stuff, like
That's
the life coach
triggering
would
my
say,
PTSD.
like, maybe you only need one can of pepper spray today, maybe just one. You don't have to put them both on, or like, maybe it's not a day for a soccer jersey, or maybe you shouldn't put that sticker on. Like
He's
things that
taking
you would
all
think
the
of like that.
copper-coated rounds, and he's trying to put them all in the cart. And they're like,
No.
Yeah,
have
but
lots
you
of
think
these
Wally
on.
would listen to the life coach, or who we then post a video the next day how the life coach is wrong?
A liberal bitch, yeah.
You know
how he had to deploy his
Yeah.
less lethal on a life coach because she was a black Harambe bitch. Or
Well,
something.
I just watched that 2-minute video while I was off talking to my kids. Of course, I managed to squeeze in a Wally video. It was this gun one that he just put up today. The guy is like fucking crazy. Like he's claiming somebody made a death threat, and in this culture, in this day and age, with all this shit going on,
But
this guy's like, look at all the guns I have. Come near me, and I'll blow you away. Like
calling Wally
weirdo.
crazy is like saying the Pope is Catholic. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. You know what I mean?
Wait, did he make he made another video where he threatened or he said something?
Well,
like he was gonna
today,
make a
the
threat?
video that I just saw, it's some 2-minute thing. The gist of it is, and the thumbnail is even stupid because it's Wally holding up one of his pepper ball guns, right? With what the world is like now, this idiot's going to go, I'm going to double down on the white supremacy crazy things, right? Apparently,
I
he's
gotta
claiming,
check it out.
he's claiming, I don't know who, and he's very vague that somebody threatened him, right? So he's like, I have this gun, I keep this gun on me, I have this gun in my car, I have this gun in my house, I've got my 3 hunting rifles. He's like, so come near me, come get some. I have the castle doctrine.
That I don't understand. You don't even have a gun, so what are you talking about?
No, I know, but especially in light of all the shit that's going on.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Right. People that defend themselves don't have to show. Like people who are prepared to defend themselves don't lay it out on their front doormat and say, "Here, come get some." Well, you'll find out. You know what I mean?
We don't like you, but we don't want to kill you. Okay, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's not the point of this
not
whole
like
exercise.
not wish them dead.
Well, I'd like to clarify. I don't want Wally dead.
He was going to say, well, actually.
Well, no. What I'd like to do, like, I could do a maim threat. Like, I'd like him to be disfigured, or like really. Say,
right now, Wally's like this right now.
Well, you know what? Let him.
You have
Let
to
him
say
justify
accidentally.
Let him
so he wants to
justify
pay
the use
the-
of his handicap tag. If Wally wants to have a handicap parking sticker, I would love for him to have an actual reason to use it.
Well, you know that's the thing, and what's his name? Sherm played the video that I made, and that was like my whole thing. And he's saying somehow it's defamation or whatever it is. The guy's in New York. I see the guy. He's in the lodge. He comes down like afterwards, and he's got a little handbag filled with medications, every kind of medication. His back hurt.
It was the kind of
and
thing
like
you
you
wear on
hear
your
this. You hear this for weeks and months straight until the baby mama thing explodes. Then he goes down to Carolina and he can't breathe and he's got soccer. And then all of a sudden he's in Carolina and some guy puts up on his Facebook page these pictures of him jumping in a pool. And I'm like, what the fuck? I call bullshit. So is that, am I doing something wrong by saying that? I still call bullshit. I don't care what his court papers say, whatever it is.
When Wally
he's
had
up
that-
here, he's sitting with his handicap tag. He can't walk an extra 7 feet from the curb to go into the.
They're doing
He's
lodge
fucking
stuff.
break.
He's shaking pill bottles.
Yeah, like I was going to say,
he's wearing a Vader outfit that weighs 8,000 pounds.
When he came in, did he sound like he had like 15 packs of Tic Tacs on him? Like,
Yeah.
Like you could hear him coming. You hear like.
He literally had a fag bag, a little fanny pack.
Fanny pack.
Yeah, a little
Drug dealer.
And everybody's like, what is that? Because he doesn't look like there's anything wrong with him. I mean, he would drink like a fish. He's drinking and he's bombed.
Drug dealer from the 80s.
And he's got, I need all these prescriptions because I have a spondylosis and sarcoidosis and this. And he got a Vader costume on that weighs 8,000 pounds, and he's dragging shit up the stairs
And dragging shit in his boot.
Yeah, and he's walking around. He's doing everything that a normal human being could do, but he's complaining about these things, and then he's making these Facebook videos. And on Facebook, and any of you guys know this, he was a friend spammer. Like he didn't know half the people that he was friends with.
4,000 friends at once.
Oh.
But he would friend
4,000
my
people.
people. He would friend my friends, and then he had like 4,000 friends. He maxed out on friends, and he would
And then
say,
he was
"Well,
bragging about
I'm
being
a celebrity. You know, I'm
Yes,
kind of
I
a
remember
celebrity.
that.
You know."
Yep.
So
Well, you know, for me, when he was in the Star Wars thing, I really didn't give a shit about the guy when I first met him. I didn't think one way or the other. And then he started opening his mouth, and I was like, all right, this guy's a little bit weird. But then when I started finding out the whole I'm disabled and the blah blah and all the pills and shit, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, hold on now. You know, we were talking about the Vader. You put on one of the worst costumes you can possibly wear. You literally put yourself in a fucking Iron Maiden, like in a mask, and you
It's like
advertise
a
yourself.
leather onesie with like
Iron Maiden. I love that.
Well, the
it's a
Darth
leather
Vader
onesie.
helmet thing is claustrophobic as
Yeah,
hell.
it's a rough
It's like
costume.
an 8-pound helmet.
Listen,
Can you imagine him powdering up?
You're like top heavy. It's like
I used to do costuming, and I couldn't get into any of that shit. Because the armor and stuff, I would do like officer costumes because at least my face is out there. I have to breathe, but I also have back pain, and I still have to go to work. This fucker would do the opposite of everything he claimed he couldn't do. Not only would he just like get most of us get in a costume, and it's like kind of static. You know, we stand there, we'll take a picture. This
well, you
asshole,
were like an officer. I saw some of your stuff. I mean, you got the look.
Well,
Dan,
thank
what did
you.
you do?
Yeah, he's a good
He's got
Nazi.
the look.
He looks
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
No, he's got a good look. No, I mean,
I'm a space Nazi.
You
got
look
a
just like him.
You got the chiseled chin. You look really, really.
You look like a bad guy.
Yeah, not like me. Apparently,
Not
I
you,
look like
not
Julia fucking Child. I don't know.
Well, you got a cock for a nose, so what are we gonna do with that?
Oh yeah, that was the recently. Now Slippery is Julia Childs, and I'm Charles Manson. Well, he said that recently.
No, but let me.
And,
let me
I'm
finish.
a little that bothered me a little bit because is it cooler to be Julia? But then I like.
Oh, he
resolved.
got you. You upset?
Well,
crying on the
no.
floor?
I resigned myself, and then I thought Julia Child, she's kind of funny. She cooks stuff. Charles Manson fillets people and has that.
Hey.
So I'm good with the Julia Child.
You'd rather be a cook than a serial killer. Okay.
Let me finish.
Both have knives.
Well, not only was it bad enough that Wally was gaming the system with his bullshit, just being Vader, right? But he was in a group that did like lightsaber choreography.
Yeah, fighting. He's a fighting Vader.
Not only that, it's not like it's just like one thing to put yourself in this stupid Iron Maiden leather shitty pant mask,
running around,
and be Darth Vader. But he would run around and choreograph, and it was like the worst junior high school lightsaber battle productions. You can imagine.
Like the chubby kid with the broomstick.
That's exactly it. He's a fucking drunken Jedi, and even with but I need a handicap parking permit, right? And all the other things we already know. And that's the part that just was like, dude, not only do I passively despise you, but I actively despise you.
Yeah, that would bother me.
I remember
too,
when he was kicked out of the house, he was like parked like outside the YMCA or something. It was like so he could use the bathroom and take a shower. And he was like living in the handicap spot. Like, boom, this is where I live. And his car sat there 24/7. And he was close to the shower. But
in one of his videos,
parked a couple spots over to let that talk about like supporting the veterans. Like some veteran with no legs needs that spot.
In one of his Facebook videos, which I don't think anybody, maybe Babu would have been the only one to have the foresight to record it because I never did at the time. But he talked about having. Oh my God! He talked about his handicap parking sticker. He shows his handicap parking tag, and the reason why he had it is so he could go to the gym and go swimming and all this shit.
Cannonballs?
Yeah, right. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And he, of course, he's like had no job, so he could like go at like 10:30 in the morning on a Tuesday, right? And it wouldn't be crowded. And the asshole couldn't walk an extra 10 feet.
Yeah.
But to go to the gym of all things.
Well, I'll tell you one thing now. If Wally comes into a large cash award with this 9/11 stuff,
please,
Dan and I we're going to put up a Patreon page because we're gonna need some money to fend off his legal.
He'll probably get a shady lawyer and just be like, "How can I fuck with these guys?" Like that'll be Wally,
Well, you know what? I think that's a little bit bullshit too because I think what's going on is since there's a new administrator and at least the New York State part of the fund, I'm betting they have been withholding his funds, right, or dramatically curtailed them. So Wally is probably fighting, retroactively to get back the money he claims he's rightfully owed anyway.
Oh, so it's not even like a windfall; it's just what
I don't believe so. I mean, I'm guessing,
Well,
because
come on the live stream and tell us what's going on.
What windfall? It's not like he's going to suddenly get like a $100,000 cash settlement. They probably
Wally's 4 of them.
Yeah.
What I find perplexing is that he for the last 2 years, he has said that he sits on his ass because of his service on the second day of 9/11, that he earned it to do that.
Service.
Well, okay. Then if that is the case, why are you showing us now in 2022 the efforts for you to get this money? I thought you already got the money. I thought you were already on this retirement, okay, for your service of, cleaning up rubble.
But I don't
That-
think. I think what
I'm
he's on now.
confused.
I
I
think
think
it's
what
because
Hebrew was saying is that they're re-examining everybody who's on that fund, and Wally has to like reprove that he was there.
Oh,
With
I
this, like he was like he's like, oh, the MacGuffin the other day was in the last episode of Dogpile we discussed
What the fuck is
Wally's
MacGuffin, by
MacGuffin
the
where
way?
he got paperwork from some mysterious person who saw him.
I think he
down
was there. I think he was there as a tourist, to tell you the truth. I think he was down there looking around, and maybe
There
he
were a
did.
lot of people.
Anybody
you-
who is down south of Canal Street, anybody, even now, you can apply for this fund. All you have to do is prove you were south of Canal Street, and you
Wally's
are
video was
eligible.
like the guys have to stop making fun of me because I got this paperwork that says I was down in the area and I'm a hero, and you guys have to stop making fun of me. That was
Well,
the theme of the
actually,
video.
I know a guy that was down there, was working for the phone company, was down there, just recently was diagnosed and treated for prostate cancer, and they did. I think he's in there because prostate cancer is one of the conditions that falls within whatever
Yeah.
that is. So I mean, I mean, but he was legitimately down there in a job, employed, ordered to go down there and to work on some of the phone lines, because that was one of the big things that was going on, is there were no communications because a lot of the phone trunks went through that part of Lower Manhattan. So, but Wally, I mean, his story's got 1,001 iterations to it. It's never consistent, and it's never the same.
Well, because like any liar, we're really bad liars. Because I actually don't mind liars. I just can't stand bad liars.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like he's insulting his audience. When
Yeah,
he does a bad lie.
Garage, before you came in here, which is really interesting, Dan, like Dan made this great point, because like Wally's been trying to get our videos off and doing everything he can, and he's just lying about. He's flat out lying, and he made that one video where he said, "Oh, it's about the truth, always about the truth." Well, look at what he wrote about Dan, and anybody that's seen this interaction between Wally and us and Dan and whatever knows that this is complete lies.
Oh,
Complete
wow.
lies.
Look what he's doing. Okay, so you see what he's doing here, right?
Yeah, it's like
First
he's
of
trying
all-
to do whatever sticks, like he's trying to do.
But it's lying. It's just
this is
plain
all-
lying.
Yeah, it's lying. This is spaghetti meets wall. First of all,
Yeah, exactly.
he's literally writing all the things that has actually been successfully struck against his own last two channels.
Right.
Because first of all, he misspelled misogyny. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The
misogyny.
Well, I don't
Misogyny.
Well, I was about to say what I do for a living, but first of all, he misspells misogyny. All right, let's talk about that. Secondly, how in the hell is this white privilege? Are you trying to say that white privilege is an offense, or are you?
I was talking about that off camera. I was like, give me an example of how you can report somebody's YouTube video for white privilege.
Nobody
Like,
does.
what-
But see,
I
that's
think
the MAGA. That's the MAGA imagination right there.
Yeah.
That's
I think the white
right-wing-
privilege has something to do with
MAGA
your lawn mowing.
imagination. That's a new.
No, it's your lawn mowing, Dan. I think that has something to do with the white privilege.
Wouldn't that just be imagination?
MAGA
hate
nation.
speech, white supremacy. I mean, really, white supremacy. From
This is
Dan?
all copy
Okay.
pasted from stuff people complained about him.
This is
Yeah,
all
he's
stuff
literally
that's
said that
exactly
like
my point.
the other half of that. He's like
That's my
he's like,
point.
oh,
Enforce your rules, YouTube. Enforce your rules.
yeah, I
Right,
can
but
hear
Change your
him.
ways.
I can hear him shouting this to people. Yeah.
Inciting dogpiling. First of all, that's not against a law, and it's
Oh,
not
yes, it
against-
is. In some countries, it absolutely is.
Yeah, that's what gave me the
No, I'm
idea
just kidding.
for the
It's not
title.
at all. It's not a thing. It's
I
not
like
a thing at all.
I like that where he says
You got me. You got
he's
me good.
taking my content, words, voice, videos, and image to humiliate me, and it's like you're not changing anything about it.
yeah. I say, hey everyone, let's watch Wally say stupid shit. Here we go. And
I
it's
wonder
like,
who, and so yeah, this is really good that you're showing this. Yeah, I totally missed this. I didn't see this before I came on. So
I got
yeah,
this
is-
last night at like 4 in the morning.
Right. All he's doing, literally, is is accusing Dan of what he himself does.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
That's his
has
whole
actually
life.
gotten his videos removed for. He got his videos removed. First of all, he never got his videos removed for toxic masculinity or white privilege. That's not an offense. That's something that is not in the YouTube users. It's not in their TOS. It's not there's so that's something that you can't get struck on. So he himself has never been struck on white supremacy or toxic masculinity. Again, that's his imagination. So he then turned it around and says,
Maganation.
It's just my maganation.
Maganation. That's his maganation. And so therefore he's trying to turn it around and throw it on Dan. This is ridiculous. This is like a 6-year-old did this shit. Look at
Yeah,
this.
no, yeah, right,
These
right. I
actions
agree
are
with that.
clear- these
I'm not
actions are clear
toxically
violations.
masculine. He's toxically masculine. Like,
Yeah. No. So that's probably the reason why that failed. And I'm trying to tell you guys is keep doing what you're doing because it gets a little tiring, but you got to understand, I have literally turned around 50 complaints against my channel back when I was running my channel. 50 complaints around, and none of those videos. There's only been maybe
so,
two successful strikes against my channel.
What's like the next? Because right now I'm at the phase. Wally said copyright. Not on this video. He failed like at least 10 times. This is
right.
What the 2 times he was successful. I said no. I did the counter thing, and now it's like someone has responded. Like I guess what I'm getting at is like, what's the next like phase? I think I'm about like 10 or 11 days in.
Well,
the period.
if the response was we don't see a problem with your video, then you should be fine.
Well, no, it was taken down, and I
Right.
said no, fuck that. I did the counter notification, and then Wally saw that, and YouTube's like, okay, Wally gets 10 to 14 days to like get a lawyer or something. But I'm coming close to like 14 days. I don't know what happens after that. Or I don't know. Does YouTube review it, or is in Wally has to tell YouTube I got a lawyer? We'll go.
I think that's YouTube telling Wally that the ball is in his court to deal with this outside of YouTube. So is the video down now?
They're taken down, and they're like waiting on something, and that's what I was asking.
Okay,
Like,
and this is the copyright.
Copyright,
Yeah, they're just waiting for his response now because now he's got to prove it's his video and that you're actually using it in bad faith. Which
I think he has to like say I have a lawyer. That's what I think he has to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it's more than that. First of all, he needs to have a lawyer who's going to say this is copyrighted material, which it's not. First of all, anything that we do here on YouTube is not really a copyright. The reason why people think that they can start striking each other over fucking copyrights and shit is because everybody on YouTube thinks that they're an actual company and that they're an actual business. No, you're not. Only business that's here is YouTube, is Google, and their ads. That's the only thing that's going on here, folks. So unless you literally are a real copywritten company, which I'm pretty sure he could throw the letters LLC around all he wants. If he hires a lawyer, the lawyer's going to say, okay, buddy, where's the copyright that you actually paid money for?
Right.
You don't have to pay for that.
You don't have to pay for that, actually.
No,
you
no,
can
no.
publish
That's all
content.
wrong.
Oh, you mean the poor man's copyright? Is that what you prefer?
Yeah.
No, I mean actual copyright.
But with an LLC, you can't just call yourself an LLC. You have to have an EIN
that's a
number.
business.
Yeah,
that's given
there's
to you
no
by the
Maga
IRS.
LLC.
Well, that
So
was
already
the
his,
next thing I was going to say.
His thing is like fraudulent because he's saying, "Yep, I represent MAGA Army LLC."
Right. That was the next thing I was going to say, man. The next thing is that he has to show, are you an LLC? Let's see. But the thing is that the LLC, unless you are unless you are a company outside of YouTube that's doing something like this, anything. Unless you are that's the only way you can claim LLC. Like he has to prove these things. So
Well, we looked it up. There's
14
no
days-
Maga Man LLC.
You mean you can't just make it up? Like Wally does with everything in his life?
Yeah, well, we'll see. If they're telling him, well, dude, that's the reason why YouTube is saying this. Get a lawyer, blah, 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 which he's not going to do.
Oh, I don't know if I told you.
I've never seen anyone go this far with it. So I don't know what's going to happen after the 14 days. I do know this. you're not in any kind of trouble. Other they could just say, well, we're just not gonna reinstate the video.
Yeah, I'm not
days.
sweating it at all. It's like
But
whatever.
yeah, because nothing's gonna happen in terms of real life. Nothing's gonna happen.
I don't know if I.
It's on him to prove that there's an infringement, which means he needs a lawyer.
I don't know if you caught my previous video. Wally, I got an email that said he tried to strike down all my episodes, like 5 episodes, and he got the kibosh. But one of the things he said is he appeared on Maurice, his live stream, which is another YouTube like content creator.
Yeah, I know who those people are.
He filled out a copyright thing claiming that that was his copyrighted material, the Maurice's thing.
On his appearance on Maurice?
Well, he said, and he clicked the thing that said, "I am the copyright owner," or I think the one loophole was it said, "I'm the copyright owner or a registered agent of the copyright holder." But I'm like, he dodged a bullet. Like, if I got a copyright strike for that, I would have been like, this isn't even this man's fucking material that he's.
Yeah, it sure isn't. First of all,
fucking idiot.
I know for a fact that if you try to, just like how if you try to do any kind of other terms of service use strike on another channel on behalf of some other channel, they're like, well, are you the actual channel? And then you have to go through this one more step. You kind of show, yeah, this is my channel. I'm the channel user, and this is what they do to me.
The wordage was like,
you can't do it.
It's like, this is like, that would be like Maurice's lawyer. But Wally's like, no, I'm a guy just striking down, people's shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, it got denied, but I was like kind of hoping, because then he would have to, he filled out the thing. It said, I am the owner. Yes, I am. Check mark. Like,
literally, he's like a 6-year-old on crack right now. Like this, he is.
That's a great description. Yes. Yeah.
That's an insult to 6-year-old crack addicts everywhere.
He's just doing whatever he can to see what sticks, and he's desperate. And the reason why he's desperate is because he's losing the meme war here. We know that he's a loser.
Oh, he's lost so badly.
His entire life on display, even when it's coming out of his own fucking mouth, is nothing but him.
I'm humiliating him.
That he's a loser.
Oh, it's beyond that. I mean, but he does the heavy lifting. Wally does all the heavy lifting.
That's my
Holy
point.
shit, Slippery's gonna land an airplane.
I am. Oh, you like it? Amazon. It's about $11.
I have the same kind of headset.
What's your vector, Victor? Roger.
It's like the guy in The Price is Right.
But yeah, I've got one of those same copyright things on me, and I disputed it, and the same like Dan, and it's like pending now. Something Wally must have answered it or something, and I don't know if he did or not, but I was under the same mind that he has to establish, it's on him now.
Yeah.
To establish that he's going to a court or getting a lawyer or doing something to
That's the way I read it, yeah.
And
if he lets it run out and he does it over and over again, YouTube's going to turn on him.
Well, I talked about it last time. It's like, here's a guy, Wally, none of us are monetized, so we're not making any money at all for YouTube. But Wally's like, YouTube, check this out. YouTube staff, check this out. YouTube staff, I need help. YouTube staff.
Sherman's in the,
how much resources is he using? And he gets like 20 views on a chat, like 60 views, like he's small potatoes. And YouTube, if I was YouTube, I'd be like, how can we get rid of this guy? Because he's wasting our fucking time and energy with this guy.
Well, it's a form of harassment.
For who?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He's harassing people with copyright strikes.
I responded and I said that. I don't know if anyone reads it, but I was like, I think this man is just, he's just doing whatever he can. I don't know if anyone's reading it. I get the impression nobody is, but I'm trying.
I remember Babu, like he got Babu's channel shut down, and Babu just like reappeared in another channel, and he had like 9 subscribers, but he still had like 70, 80, 90 views.
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's
trying to look up my copyright.
I'm still curious to know who are the people who subscribe to Wally. Now if you look on Wally's thing, they hide the dislikes, but he's got like 4 likes.
Yeah, he's getting more
right away. So I wonder how many of them are his sock puppet accounts where he's liking his own content.
It's
definitely
4. 4.
I'm trying to take a screenshot, but I can't. I'll see. I got to take.
I don't know. I don't know why. I saw your original title, or maybe it's the same title for tonight's live stream, but I didn't know if you were talking about who I thought you were talking about, the Queen.
I wanted to hear about that too. I missed.
I was.
whatever that was.
It was because when I made the announcement, I was going to talk about Wally's been palling around with this Queen Mahat or Matt or whatever.
Matt,
her
yeah.
name
Is that the same one that?
And they're like pals because Wally made a live stream and she came on. So I was like, oh, they're like.
But he was like doing the whole Ebonics thing. Hey, girl.
Yes,
Yeah,
girl.
exactly.
Like, I got a black
Yeah.
friend now.
Yeah.
What's
Really?
going on, sister? I'm like, don't
he's
do
such
that,
a
Wally.
he's such a patronizing cocksucker. He really is. He's really terrible
Yeah.
like that.
And like when I went on Queen Matt's show, like Wally was like, Queen Matt, shut Dan down, and she was like, okay, yes, whatever you say, Maga Man, and it like got me so mad. I'm like, she doesn't have any clue what she's like following around like a trained dog. Like, don't. Wally did the same thing with the Manosphere guys. He's like, don't talk to them and block their comments and block them and let me know what they say, but don't talk to them. And like, he's doing the same shit. That's what I was getting at. Like, he's gonna wear out his welcome with Queen Matt.
He will.
Because she's gonna be like this guy again with the trolls. Who cares?
You don't have to worry about. First of all, Queen Matt is that's no big win there.
I'm not losing
I know
sleep
who
over. I was
this
mad
person-
when I got booted off. I admit that.
Right, but I know who these are like the bottom feeder of the bottom
Yes,
feeders.
that's what I got.
of both Black YouTube and the MAGA sector of YouTube. Over in the black, well, I don't even want to consider them the black sector. The black sector is what we call
Again, another perfect fit for Wally.
our black. You're right, exactly. Our black YouTubers. There's Black YouTube, and then there's the black sector. And in the black sector is pretty much like, and I could say this, but sort of like the Chitlin circuit of YouTube. Like, it's like the worst of the worst. It's people. It consists of what is called the roast sector. It consists of the people who do gossip videos. It consists of people who. It's just people who consist. I'll get to explanation of all those different things. And it's people who consist of just doing things like just talking weird conspiracy theories, and they're weird. Queen Ma'at, who is not like most black conservatives, because first of all, her name is Queen Ma'at. That's a very Afrocentric name.
Does that have any special meaning to it, or does that have any?
I forgot the actual meaning, but it's part of like the whole Afrocentric movement.
Mm-hmm.
But the Afrocentric movement is oh God, like
Ma'at is an ancient Egyptian god.
Thank you. Right.
Okay.
But it also means something. It's like a principle.
The firstborn of Nana.
Era.
That's
But-
it.
but- but what
Goddess
she's
who
doing
personified. Okay, go ahead.
It's
what
like
she's
wisdom.
doing is She's using this. Thank you. I
True
think it's
Sherman
wisdom.
Jet.
But what she's doing is she's using this sort of Afrocentric name, but everything about her is pretty much like these very black conservative talking points. But the thing is that she also incorporates just straight up like black conspiracy theory stuff. Like I saw her video, I saw her channel maybe about a year ago. Man, not a year ago, maybe more like 6 months ago.
Her background was the Confederate flag, and I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is going on?"
But see, this is somebody. But that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. These are the bottom feeders of YouTube. These are people who will do anything, and I mean anything, to make a buck, one way or the other.
Yeah, she's monetized.
Half of them don't even believe the stuff that they say, but they do know that if you get a jump in views, if you get people watching your crap,
Whatever it takes,
whatever it takes, you make $1.
Well, I believe that's what Wally.
True Shroom's the death threat guy. There he is. Yeah. Mystery solved. True Shroom's doing it. Well, he's gonna say, "Oh, True Shrimp's coming."
God, he's just a pencil pusher. Come on, True
He's his avatar alone.
He's gonna flip his couch sideways and get behind it.
But she's a weirdo. What's his name? The guy that the black guy with freckles. Maurice, thank you. Maurice is another one. I mean, to be honest with you, these people all came around right after Trump got elected. And I just think that they're here just to get an audience. Like, oh, look at me, I'm a black person who supports Trump.
But it's
And
all very
like,
self-serving because they all go in each other's live streams and they all like
yes.
it's
I
very
think all of Wally's
incestuous
viewers
little.
come from those two.
They share the same. They share the same viewers. They share the same views. They go and they buy views. That's another thing they like to do. They buy subscribers.
Wally was on Maurice once. I caught him for like 2 minutes, and he's like talking, and Maurice is like, "Yo, Maga Man, you guys shut up," like because he was sucking up all the oxygen, and Wally's just like, "Oh, my pal Maurice." Anyway, and he just started. He didn't get it.
He did that in Queen Ma'at's live stream. Like he hijacked the live stream. Like after what's his name? After Jumpluff was in there talking to him, and then he went off on the whole thing he always does. He started with the 501st and WinterCon. It always starts with WinterCon, and then it goes through the whole thing. And these men and you guys seen what I'm going through on my channel with my trolls, and that's always interesting to me because it sounds like he's bearing this unbelievable cross.
Right.
Yes, he's always
so much so that a veteran will give him a Purple Heart.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like Jesus
because
walking up
you
the
have
hill with the
internet
crucifix
trolls,
on
my
his back.
son.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
because you
right.
have internet trolls, my son. I wanted to tell you after dodging Charlie.
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
jungle,
Yeah.
I'm going to give
I don't
you my
deserve
Purple
this.
Heart. Like
Charlie. You deserve this more.
You have trolls.
Wally was in the shit. Well, but that's another one of Wally's dead end storylines, right? Same with the car.
Yeah, we never heard anything.
The belly.
Like classic Wally would have doubled down. He would have dragged the vet. He'd be like, "Look, there he is. I told you."
Yeah.
But he just evaporated.
Yeah.
He just dropped the whole narrative because I think it like failed.
Anyway, but this thing with Queen Mata is gonna end, and it's gonna end badly. Why?
Yeah, we don't.
It could end very quickly. All someone has to do is show her a clip of Money AD's stream where he taught Della Senpai about Juneteenth.
He said she should know her place, and everyone else was like, "What did you
Oh
say
yeah,
to that black
yeah.
woman,
Oh,
white
wow.
guy?"
I didn't see that one, but wow.
She's like, "It's Juneteenth," and she's like, "I want to talk about how it started." And he I'll tell you how it started.
And it was like a full house. It was like 10 people, including.
Oh
Wally,
yeah, and everybody turned on him.
It screeched to a halt, and everyone got quiet. It was like.
But that whole thing with Queen Ma'at where he comes in there and he starts with the girl and girl, you come. It's kind of like. It's kind of cringeworthy, right? Because it shows how uncomfortable he is, not only speaking with a woman, but speaking with a black woman. He's like doesn't even know how to really communicate with her, like you or I or anyone else.
Always like, "What's up, girl?"
But she has no self. But she has no self. She has no self. Not interest. What's the word I'm looking for?
Esteem.
Thank you. She has no self-esteem, so she doesn't care. She's gonna put up with all kinds of stuff. Matter of fact, if he actually starts doing the thing where he makes those monkey noises and ape noises around her, she'll put up with it because she'll do. You gotta understand, there's a special kind of self-hate when it comes to certain kinds of people. No, I do not believe all black conservatives are self-haters. Those are not those kinds of people. These are not these kinds of black conservatives.
No, I get what you're saying.
These are not the Colin Powells.
These are opportunists.
These are opportunists. That's how come,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
That's how come
She'd want to marry Maga Man.
I mean, like Walter Williams or Colin Powell, or Condoleezza Rice. They have. I respect their opinions very much because they're accomplished people. But she's just an opportunist. It seems to me, just trying to.
That's why she has a Confederate flag on her side.
Maga Mahat.
Queen Maga Man.
That's a good one.
She'd shit on the floor and be like, "Maga Man, clean that up." And he'd run over there with the bleach.
He'd be like, "I hate shit."
But anyway,
can you do it in
that's
a
all I
diaper?
wanted to say about them. Forget those guys. I mean, seriously, there's
Oh, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not worried about it. I was butthurt for about a half an hour when she booted me off the show. I was like in my car, like, "Oh, that bitch." I was like, "Oh man," like Wally. And then I went away,
But it's kind of fun to watch how Wally slides in and out of these different circles and see how cringeworthy it is when he tries to make himself.
He goes where there's a food source, and then somebody shines a light on him and he hurries away.
But how fake he is trying to fit in there, like he belongs there. When he's just using these people.
He went to the manosphere, and like it's all about like like enough with women, and Wally's like, I want my girl back. Like that was his odd fit, and now he's in
like
the
Zelig.
black section.
Right. Now he's a black conservative. Before he's like, baby
I'll
mama.
pepperball those bastards.
I've said it to Wally before. I'm like, dude, go to wherever the white supremacists go. Like you would fit right the fuck in with those guys.
I think that he gets beta. Like the way in the wolf pack where the alpha male will basically shame or humiliate the beta in the pack. I think the reason why he doesn't want to be around other white conservative MAGA or just those other kinds of guys, that's because he knows that he'll basically be overtalked and he'll get baited. He'll get
the alpha just beats the shit out of Wally. And the rest
that's
of
pretty much it. I think that's the reason why he does not hang out with packs of guys that are like him, because you're gonna have dudes out there that are better in shape. They're gonna be tougher, stronger. They're probably gonna make fun of him because he plays BB guns and they actually play with real guns.
Until the Proud Boys came and took her and had her back, and of course,
I'm sorry. I thought he.
Okay, look now. I noticed in that one right there, that MAGA hat is like all small and crumpled and tight to his head. That other one that you showed, his MAGA hat is humongous.
He's got which one? He's got like a whole collection.
Like Elmer Fudd. It was literally.
It was huge. I was like, what? Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the fuck?
He even called it something. He called it like the Elmer Fudd something or other.
Oh, I made a video. Where he like lined up his MAGA hats, and then what I did, I made a video and showed like him wearing those MAGA hats where he's crying or doing something. That's the one that got copyright struck, and that's the one I'm fighting right now because that's a great video. I thought it was
a
good
lot
video.
of work.
Slippery's very upset.
Well,
I put a lot of time into that.
Hey, but Slippery,
you got to put all the pictures.
Slippery, do you remember the Woody Allen movie Zelig?
I remember that.
Which one
Who
was
remembers
that?
Zelig?
He was like a robot in the future, right?
Yeah.
No, no. Zelig was Woody Allen. I really hate saying his name now, but it was Woody in that movie. He had a character who just showed up in different points and times of history, trying to be something that he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
And and it was like, and basically,
like the opposite of Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Forrest Gump actually took that concept from that movie. They used that a lot. Like they didn't steal it, but it was a pretty good concept to redo, and they did that with
it.
Yeah, they did that with the Forrest Gump movie. But yeah, Zelig, it came out in the early '80s. But my point is Wally is like Zelig. He tries to show up in different places where he doesn't belong.
Exactly.
And he tries to take on that thing. So it's like, dude, really.
But he would, and Dan mentioned this too. He would do the same thing with like True Sherm when he would like be, True Sherm, my
son,
my bro,
my son, or my
like,
sexual
don't talk like that. Well,
my sexual man of black chocolate. I mean, like these awkward, cringeworthy things, and just saying, hey, what's up, man? Like why are you making the guys who why
what's up, dude?
Why are you accentuating like the differences with the guy? He's always doing crazy stuff like that, and when somebody that watches it, it's like it's cringeworthy. It's just like he doesn't know how to interact. Black
every one of Wally's videos is like an
he's
inside joke, but only to him.
He's a chameleon, but he can only turn like bright orange. Like he doesn't blend in at all. Everyone's like, what's wrong with you?
I remember when he had his beef with Baron Yam, and in one of his response videos to Baron Yam, he kept calling him kid.
Perfect example,
right? And it wasn't in the context of saying, "Oh, you're a little kid." It was in the context of how, brothers would use the word kid. Yo, what's up, kid? And he kept saying it over and over. Like it was so cringy. I was like, dude, you sound
and the
so
funny
out of
thing
place.
about that video is he was
because it came out of nowhere.
Wally was looking at a YouTube video and like criticizing and attacking it, but the video that he was attacking was the wrong video. Like someone made a video and Wally, you should attack that video, and he went after the wrong video. So he was watching the wrong thing and going, "Oh, look at these guys," and it was like, no, that's the wrong video to get angry at.
Typical
All right,
Wally.
guys. I'm gonna have to leave now, but I am going to be able to show up on Wednesdays now because the
Nice.
other work that I was doing is over with until.
Are you
the end
gonna
of
mass
August.
flag Wally's channel? I remember you brought you said
Yeah,
you-
I got some friends, and we're going to be getting together.
Wally right now is going,
the,
"They admit it."
the unfortunate part of that is that we actually really have to listen to his shit and and to go through and because the only way it really works
Timestamp,
is you
yeah,
got
yeah.
a timestamp, and so you got.
You know what you do? You go to the transcript and then you do a word search, and then you look for the
Well-
words that you're thinking of, and then you bang those ones.
My friend, Donna and Gary's disappointment. She was on here earlier. She was telling me that he actually stopped doing that because you could, if you upload a video, you could tell it do not do the CC, do not do closed caption, don't do transcript.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've noticed that and she said that lately she's noticed that his videos have been doing that, where where you can't do the transcript. Some you can, some you can't.
Yeah, I shouldn't be
So-
saying. Wally's gonna out. I'm outing my secret.
Yeah.
Wally, forget I said anything.
But it doesn't matter. You can still do timestamp, but like Dan was suggesting, the fastest way of doing it is if you just do the transcript.
Yeah, like I would like open up the transcript and then search for like black because he's always like that Harambe knuckle dragon black bitch, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
tag.
Yeah. And he thinks he thinks it's smart that he well, I'm not using any real racial slurs, but the thing is that that there is a loophole. I just got to go back and look at some old notes or whatever, or I got to email a friend of mine to find out what the loophole is. So if you're not using a racial slur or homophobic slur or whatever, but you're putting it in a different context where it is
Like saying bitch and then you're inserting the color of the person before bitch.
right.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
recipe
something
for
like
success.
that. But there are ways of getting
But
around
then Wally
it. He's
won't
not
say
as
like
smart as he
Hitler
thinks
or
he is.
COVID. Like he's like, I don't want to
Yeah,
get
the guy with the
flagged for
coal
that.
smudge. Yeah, what the fuck is that? The guy with
But
the
then
coal
he'll
smudge
say like that.
couldn't bend his elbows. Like, just say
Oh, here
Hitler.
he was. I had to take a picture with my camera.
Yeah, I have the same thing. I
That's
have that
where
same
I'm at right
notification. Yeah,
now.
me too. Yeah, yeah. Because
So
we
it
were
sounded
about
like
the same
Wally
time.
responded, and they're waiting on Wally. I guess that's what that says.
Okay. Well,
We'll keep you updated.
Yeah, keep me updated. But I'm seriously, I don't. That shouldn't be a problem. They're just gonna wait
Shouldn't.
and wait and wait, and then they should. I've never gone that far, so I've never seen that before. But we'll see what happens.
You can
But
do
I don't
reactions.
know. I don't feel negative about it.
You can do reactions so long as you change it enough. Like you don't put it where it's just him on the screen.
In the meantime, yeah, that's
We
a good
never do,
suggestion.
though.
And
In the meantime,
you keep stopping it and talking during it. You're putting your own content to it. There's no reason to take it down.
that's the main way how I've been able to get away with it. It's just, I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's still worth it because that's one reason why you can always be the Teflon commie like I was. Like when it came to my old enemies, they just couldn't do it because I just kept taking their stuff, but I would come in and say and put my own comments in, so they're they couldn't do it. But I gotta go. But I'm gonna see you guys next week, definitely. Okay?
All right, man.
All right.
All right.
peace.
Thanks for
See you
stopping
All
guys.
right.
by.
Thanks.
Good night. Peace out. My brother.
Yeah, son. I was thinking about doing that too, but I'm like, I don't want to. People aren't gonna get it. All right, this was Wally's 6-minute video. I think. Oh, this is. I'm trying to think of the context. I'm looking at the thumbnail. Oh, this is his. The 8-year-old Facebook ads that triggered him recently. Here we go.
This is an extremely emotional video I'm
Never
making
get
for you
tired of it.
guys because I'm so
Extremely
fucking tired of it, and I know a lot of you are tired of it. Many of you have expressed this already, and I appreciate
Many of you.
that you're trying to bring the peace. These men don't want peace,
Oh, talking about Kmart or Jumpluff or whatever.
but they're lying to you,
Lies.
and I'm tired of it. I talked about this on my old Maga Man channel when I started to expose them. They mass flagged that fucking channel and have it taken down. The 2 phone calls that I have currently up on my channel, they tried to have those taken down for privacy issues. YouTube said, nope, they're staying up.
Nope.
What 2 phone call? Wait, what?
the Dan phone
This
call.
is what kicked it off. These two.
Oh, I thought he was talking about you, Slippery. You think he's talking about me? Because I didn't try to take.
No. I think he was saying that like he took your 2 phone calls to the leasing office and he put them in one of his videos. And wasn't he trying to say that you?
No,
like,
but I never complained about that. I thought he was talking about you calling Esteban.
But he never aired those phone calls. Yeah, this is why I think just
he must
Wally's
be lying
mystique.
about me hitting him for privacy, which I never did.
No, I you know what? I tried to hit him. You know, I tried to hit him for one thing. Oh no, yeah, the thumbnail. Like I figured, let me play his game. I think on that one, the thumbnail, where he shows my face and puts my full name. I tried to hit that for privacy because I'm like, okay, if he's going to play this game, he put up my picture and he's got my full name there. Maybe that's a privacy issue, but they didn't see any problem with it. But I already said that, so Wally,
okay, so
it doesn't really
he's either
bother
talking
me.
about that, or
Wally.
he's lying about. I never tried to hit him for.
No,
Facebook profiles are from 2014. This is what started this war.
8 years old.
There's also a third page that I don't have in hand. And I know for a fact that the mother of my children has it. It's a Craigslist ad where somebody took my email address, created a Craigslist account, and put one of
8
my
years
personal
old.
photos that they took off of my Facebook
What is it?
page.
But the picture's 7 years old because it says 1 year on the
And
comment.
she saw that. How do I know that that's a fact? Because her and I went to a counselor to do couples counseling together. That she still believes that I cheated on her. I was set up. And these are the 2 Facebook profiles, and I wish I had that Craigslist ad in hand so you guys can see it. But these 3 items that I'm discussing are what started
I want to hear
this
Mini
off.
Sherman,
And
Mini
what started it off?
Mini
Because
Mega.
I exposed the 501st.
Getting a scrap.
I spent $1,000 of my own money at WinterCon. I organized Saber Guild Empire Temple, even New York Jedi, who aren't even an officially recognized group by Lucasfilm. The Droid Builders, the 501st, Rebel Legion. I got all those groups together. It was the first time it was really ever done. I always promote that. Let's bring all the
Who was
groups
it?
together.
Who was that guy in the
He
Warriors?
started this?
I will always.
No, he's saying all the different Star Wars costuming groups came together because of Wally, which is totally
Remember
not
Oh my
true.
God.
We bump
Great
into one another
unifier.
all the time at all kinds of things.
He sounds like, who was the guy in the Warriors at the very beginning when he said, "Can you dig it?" He was like the guy that called the conclave in Central
Cletus?
Park.
No.
What the hell was his
Cyrus.
name? Cyrus. Yeah, that's
Cyrus
Wally.
is the one.
Wally is the Cyrus of the costuming
Can you
community.
dig
He
it?
got everyone together. Can you dig it?
Sucker!
And forever, the very first Trooper of the Month from Empire City Garrison.
First
you
Trooper
cannot
of the
take
month.
that from me. It's
Trooper of
in
the I was
stone.
Trooper of the Year,
I
so Wally can eat a bag of
was
dicks.
set up because
That
these
is
people
set in
want to
stone.
protect their 501c not-for-profit
I thought he was Darth
so
Vader.
they can get into conventions for free, so they can get into rock concerts for free, or get discounted tickets
We're
for
doing
sports
the
games and
event,
rock
you
concerts
moron.
and comic book conventions. They tried to silence me then. Shut up, don't talk about it. I was unfairly suspended for 6 months because of something someone else did.
Nope.
Someone else did this.
Lie.
Assholes, what do you not understand?
That's a lie.
But also, Wally's making the argument that there is a situation it's totally acceptable to flip the fuck out at a convention. It's not there was no other way to react to that situation than flipping the fuck out and causing a major fucking scene.
Just think about
and it's
this,
not
Dan.
his fault, guys. It's all him.
If he, let's say he was taking his costume right on a plane, and the TSA had to inspect it, and the guy's like, "I got to inspect this," and the helmet falls on the floor. If he would have done what he did at a TSA checkpoint, he would have got arrested. He would have got arrested. So I mean,
He got his bum checked 3 times.
Because he was in his mind, he was a VIP because he knew the guy who organized the event.
I know the guy's name already.
How
What's
dare
his
you
name?
search my...
What's his name? Paz? Joe
Frank
Paz? I know
Frank
all the
something.
names already.
Frank Paz.
I feel like I shouldn't even know this stuff, but I know it. I'm like I'm getting.
I
Part
bet
of
he's
the
not
issue
too
here with-
personally friendly anymore.
What Wally fails to mention in this is that, okay, yeah, he had an argument. I wasn't there, but I've heard the story so many times. He had a fight with a security guard, and you could say he fought, the guy fought, whatever. But Wally proceeded to lose his shit in front of children and curse in front of kids and start stripping his shit off and melting down. That's where it went off the rails.
Yeah.
Well, somebody said he was. down on his knees on the floor, pounding the floor.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he went down
for
on
a
one
grown
knee
man.
and was pounding.
Yeah.
Like, everyone look at me, look at me. That's, you know.
Did he try to force choke the security guard?
Fucking.
Yeah, but look at these. Look at these Facebook pages, right? The one on the left says Schadenfreude. Now, how he equates that to himself, because that could be anybody or anything. And he had 4,000 friends, and most of these people, or the ones that knew him, saw him like threaten to commit suicide and change his background to black.
Isn't that an
1,000 times.
ancient Germanic warrior tribe?
That's the Wally tribe, the Schadenfreude tribe.
Oh my God, full circle.
Oh no.
We did it.
Our work here is done.
I was set up, and they've been trying to
assholes.
shut me up and silence me since. I refuse to stay quiet. You are going to have to kill me. It's the only way you're going to shut me up. I will not stop talking about
You'll have
it
to put a bullet
until
between
you
my
come
eyes.
clean and admit you're wrong. And also come clean about who created these fake
It's like the Lollipop Guild is pissed.
and who created the Craigslist ad, which I know for a fact the mother of my children still has in her hand.
So ask her for it.
That we had to go to
geez.
couples counseling, that she was so fucking heartbroken. That to this day she still thinks that I cheated on her. But I never did because of one of you fucks. And this is gonna be for the
That's a
public
line right
record
out of
as
the
well.
Wizard of Oz, I think.
What are you fucks?
That's the director's cut of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, somebody's got to
The
cut.
lollipop gang's like, what are you fucks?
I'll get you and your little fucks too.
You have to play that one more time. Can you play that one more time?
That would
please?
be great if the like the lollipop gang just cursed like relentlessly. in the
You
movie.
public record as well.
I
will not remain silent. I will not keep quiet. I will not be intimidated. There's nothing you can do to ever keep me quiet. I was set up. And this is 2 of the 3 pieces of paper I've been talking about. The fake Facebook profiles. Well, here they are for all of you to see. All by themselves. There are multiple pages of responses to this.
I don't think I
From
remember
people
them.
that I...
Say.
We want the fucks part. Yeah.
That we had to go to couples counseling, that she was so
Yeah, here.
fucking heartbroken. That to this day she still thinks that I cheated on her. But I never did because of one of you fucks. And this is gonna be for the public record as well.
Public record.
That we had to go to couples counseling, that she was so fucking heartbroken. That to this day she still thinks that I cheated on her. But I never did because of one of you fucks.
What are you fucks? I love the way his voice cracks at that one part.
He's so mad. 8 years old. This is 8
I
years
will
old.
not remain silent.
What are you?
I will not keep quiet. I will not be intimidated. There's nothing you can do to ever keep me quiet. I was set up. And this is 2 of the 3 pieces of paper I've been talking about. The fake Facebook profiles. Well, here they are.
Think of that elaborate setup.
What am I talking
he's,
about?
He's saying somebody set up fake Facebook pages, which like my girl got upset about, and it like then we had to go to counseling, and that's what broke us up. Like who orchestrated that? Wow, that's pretty good.
I mean, the same people who orchestrated the Kennedy assassination, obviously,
like some
because
It was one of you fucks.
We'll have to isolate
All
that
of you
for
to see.
future use.
All by themselves. There are multiple pages of responses to this.
Multiple
From people
guys.
that I knew. One of which, of course, they went out of their way to go find. I mentioned him in one of my live streams or one of my videos recently. A good friend of mine, an electrician friend of mine, that they went out there to convince him that I'm a bad guy. And now all of a sudden everybody's talking to them, but nobody's talking to me.
Okay, Wally, you have it wrong. The guy doesn't like you, and I reached out to him because you said shit about his dead sister.
I was gonna say,
and he said to me, "Oh, I don't like Wally. My sister thought he was an asshole, and like now we're friends. Okay, so don't retcon like what happened, buddy."
Wait, are we getting to the part where he's like, "You didn't ask me"?
I don't know if that's in here. I feel like that's in every other video. Though.
It sounds like it's
They're good at selling ideas.
selling
Again,
ideas.
They're so
no ideas
fucking
sold.
corrupt and bankrupt, they'll do everything and anything to protect their precious 501c status. I want to know who created these fake Facebook profiles.
14,000
and I wanna
people in
know
this
who created
costuming
the
group, and he
Craigslist
thinks
ad.
we're all out to get him so he can protect our
You have
not-for-profits.
no
So unfortunate that's
right
501st.
interfere in my personal life. And as a result of this fucking behavior, the mother of my kids is still convinced that I cheated on her. And that's what started all of this.
Cheating on her started
Really?
it, yes.
Was probably
Open
the
up your eyes and realize you are being lied to by these men. And here is even further evidence to support my claims. These men started this first. I don't
Support my
know what
claims.
fucking
It's another
business
drinking
that Julia
game.
Child,
That's the
ugly,
problem.
big-nosed German motherfucker from Pussy Lodge, Kevin Colbert. What business does
Yeah,
that
you
fucking
got a
man
shout
have
out.
to be involved in
Yeah.
my personal life? I'm gonna warn you men right now for the last
With no
time.
R at
Last
the end
time.
of it.
Stay out of my life.
You
And
fuck.
cut this shit out. I warned you before when I have things in place.
Things in
We're
place,
going
guys.
to fucking court.
Man, it's
Save
been
your
8
fucking
years.
pennies. This shit's gonna stop now for me being accused by members of the 501st that I'm a child abuser and a Nazi and a racist, that I abandoned my kids and I tried to kill her.
We never
that I'm
said
a
that.
9/11 fraud, that I'm a con artist.
Well,
You're
you
gonna
said
have a
that.
lot to answer for.
Didn't he say just in a previous video he fled New York? Where were his kids in New York? He fled New York. That means you
This
abandoned
video
your kids,
ends
Wally.
now.
This video ends now. It's my favorite.
Someone
great.
else
Yeah,
did
true,
this,
sir.
you
It's Mini
assholes.
Maga.
What do you not understand?
Mini Sherm's got to fight
Shut up,
Mini
don't
Maga.
talk concerts for free or get this
You
set
fuck.
up because these people want to protect their 501c not-for-profit status so they can get into conventions for free.
I don't
Big
know.
builders, a
I can't listen to that
501st.
anymore. It's such a,
All right, it's got done.
But you know he
well,
doesn't
just
even-
no. I mean that claim. He says it over and over, and there's just
But-
no,
Yeah.
just not a shred of anything to it. It just doesn't make
but-
sense.
a
What did that guy
501
say in the movie? You repeating piece of repeating shit.
But the 501c3 status is something you apply for, and it's based on your finances.
Right.
I mean, it's not because somebody gets to go into or is working one of these events and they don't get charged for that. One has nothing to do with the other. I mean, he
Yeah.
doesn't have a fundamental understanding of what's going on there.
Well,
Oh,
he
yeah,
fails
I
to
have-
mention we go to the. I mean, we're doing the event. So, like, if you want to talk about like rock tickets, for example, there you go, rookie of the year.
Hey, Wally,
Wow.
rookie of the fucking year.
Wow.
Year, asshole.
Wow.
And you know what, Wally? I didn't get a fucking 8.5 by 11 piece of paper fucking printout. Let me see. I got a picture. Look, I got
shit.
I got a fucking trophy,
Yeah, well, I beat that,
buddy.
bitch.
Oh shit!
I'm
Oh,
a
man.
trooper of the year.
Ooh, you do have a, but look, this will
Wait,
be
I don't even have anything
2011.
I don't have anything to show.
The fucking Empire came after me.
And Wally, look, there I am with my big trophy. And Wally, all these people, I still chat with them every now and again. They're all my friends. I haven't burned my fucking bridges, and I don't hate them all. Trooper of the fucking year. Although not now,
I was
like
trooper
not
of the year, bitch.
rookie. Hebrew is I can't
What's
top
that? What is that
Hebrew.
number? What's TK 6795?
Everyone, you get to choose your number, like your ID number, basically.
Oh, I see.
So
In fact, I'm an old fart because I have a 4-digit number. The
right,
new people,
it's like having
we
a
ran out of
212
numbers.
phone number. Like
Trooper King. Trooper King.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Wally, go.
That's
go
swag.
Go suck a dick, Wally.
Yeah.
But also,
What's the rest of it look
You know
like?
what? Let
Let's
them
say-
just suck the tip. Right.
And
Oh,
also,
that's cool.
What was cool about it was somebody made it. Like they took a trophy. They had the trophy base made up, but then they spray painted an action figure.
Yeah.
And it looks like shit now because the paint got all weird over the years. But somebody
yeah.
like made it for me, and I thought it was very cool.
It
In
is
fact, I went
kinda
to my
cool.
attic today, everybody, because look, I still there.
Oh.
There it is, look. And also this action figure, it's the kind that the little helmet comes off. So he's a little man.
Oh.
The helmet comes off.
Wait, he doesn't have a
Does
beard.
he have a
You gotta
beard?
put a beard on it, bitch.
I should like Sharpie it in. But yeah, somebody made it. I thought it was like the coolest thing. I'm like, somebody like made this.
Oh, watch out, man! His helmet might fall down. Put it on straight.
So yeah, Wally, go suck a dick with your dumb fucking bullshit, man.
Suck
It's
the
in
tip till the
stone.
jizz comes out.
Like Wally, if there was a way to erase it, we would. Okay, you're right. It's in stone. I love that there was a live stream where he was trying to find himself in our old forum, and he
Yeah.
couldn't. And they were like, "They must have scrubbed my identity because I know so much about getting rid of the 501." And he went down this whole fucking like thing about how we're covering up.
It was the
his
same
existence.
detective shit he did
And
when he was trying to find out.
And
who
one of the
Slippery
higher
was.
ups in the group just like we asked him like, "Can you see Wally?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's retired without." It was like retired without. I want to say without prejudice, but that's his paperwork. It was retired in good standing. It was like like they just
Wally
retired
is
him.
retarded with very much prejudice.
But there he is jumping up and down. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone's in the background. It's Red Pill. I couldn't. The way my screen is, I couldn't see you. It cut off.
Oh,
there.
Red Pill, yeah.
You know,
Hey,
I want you to put yourself in the shoes of this person, of
I wouldn't
his
put my feet
lawyer.
in his shoes.
Put
Of his
yourself in the
lawyer.
shoes of his lawyer. You know,
His public defender, he can't afford
Public
it.
defender.
Oh, you can't
Yeah,
use a
it's
public
like-
defender.
And just think, I was trying to put myself in his public defender's shoes. You know,
Yeah, the public defender is going to have a little doll and say, point to me on this doll where these men hurt you. That's what
Well,
he's
that's
going
not.
to do.
Right.
You can't use a public defender for that.
like say, when
He would
I
need like a
mean,
student or a pro bono guy.
yeah, I'm a fat lady.
There
Oh,
he is,
yes,
the heel
I'm the
of
fat
the
lady
live
trucker.
stream. Boo, Penny. He's throwing shit at people.
I'm the fat
Love
lazy
Penny.
trucker.
Penny, I love you, buddy.
But it's like just picture yourself. You're in the courtroom and you're defending this goddamn lunatic. I mean,
I imagine Wally would lie to the lawyer would be like, okay, is there anything out there
Right,
that we
you
have
go,
to
no, of
worry
course not.
about? Like videos of Wally would be like, absolutely not. There's nothing out there, and then they would go to trial, and this video would play, and Wally's legal defense would be like, oh fuck, like wow, how am I going to get out of this? And they would pull Wally aside, and be like, Wally, I asked you 4 months ago about incriminating evidence, and he's like, well, they shouldn't be watching those videos, and now his lawyer's going to be like, what the fuck am I in?
What have I got myself into?
Obviously, he lost a bet.
Yeah, anybody who takes him up as a lawyer, how much credibility could you have?
You got to be a shyster to begin with. That's for sure. Yeah.
Well,
Huh.
Wally doesn't
Ambulance
have
chaser.
the money. Wally doesn't have the money for a even if they take the case, on a contingency. What is he going to lose? They're not going to get anything. Nobody's taking his case. Wally doesn't even have money to file the paperwork.
Megatron.
Monkey fist of the Megatron. No, the Megatron of the monkey fist.
I love that you went into his live stream with that.
Oh,
He
that was
didn't know.
great.
He didn't know.
Like, yeah. I was in there for a while. I was talking.
What is
and
happening
everything
with
else.
you, Dan?
Oh my god.
I got a magic shirt.
Maybe I should make soccer films. It seems like the thing to do nowadays.
I was gonna put Wally's face down there. like this, and he's
Oh yeah.
Who would
Like
ever want a
animated.
shirt with Wally's face on it?
I mean, yeah. Like that. For me being a fat lazy trucker, you know.
Like if you're like, can you imagine like you're like Pounder, right? And Pounder is like watches this as closely as anyone else. Penny Pounder watches it. She watches Wally's video. She watches he or she, whatever. Who? Yeah. and like he's messing. He's got to be either messing with us or Wally to actually like be believing this. I think he's a troll in and of himself because he can't. No rational person can take Wally's
I've
side
seen
on
him
any of
comment
this.
on Wally's videos, and he's like, "Wally, I want you to know that you made a really good video today." So he's obviously like, I don't know, he's in love with Maga Man.
Penny Pounder's name is a joke about Miss Elite.
You know, that's. I mean,
She used to be Penny Proud,
right?
And if you call her that, she hates it.
What you know, Hidden? What is the Miss Elite MGTOW like thing? What in a nutshell? I mean, just
She's basically a troll, and she was trolling on YouTube about MGTOW.
Oh, she was okay. All right.
She was like the queen of MGTOW and all this bullshit.
The thing is,
And then she got with Mr. Elite, and everybody's like, ah.
I had enough sense to back off, you know. I had enough sense to back off and let them fight or fornicate however they want to do. That's pretty much how I was.
I didn't give a shit.
I
was grossed out, but I didn't give a shit.
But you know, the funny thing was the little that I saw of the whole Wally MGTOW thing. Like he kind of like tried to massage himself into the MGTOW world, where I think we went over this conversation once that I think by any standards he wasn't really a MGTOW guy, because he would have crawled back and sucked on baby mama's used tampon for her to take him back. I mean, well. But I mean, he didn't swear off women. I mean, he didn't swear off baby mama. He would have done whatever it took. I mean, to get back with baby mama. So that's not really by any.
Well, she would have to apologize to him for the last 8 years of hardship.
She should be ashamed of herself.
Yeah.
He would probably have his kids have to apologize to him for like not calling or writing to him. That's awesome.
remember that clip where he came back with the shaved head, and remember the thing with
I remember that
with True Sherm was, I'm the apex alpha.
Of course.
And True Sherm is like, oh, yeah, are you gonna keep repeating yourself? Like he's just so frustrated.
And then he did one last.
So exhausted.
He's like, are you gonna keep saying that? And he goes,
I'm the
apex alpha. He had to do one more. He's like, are you gonna say that? Yes, I guess I am.
Hey, Penny Pounder.
What does HS say all the time? Arrested development. Arrested development, for sure.
I'm ordering something from the Gita, Penny Pounder.
I should be Penny's not at least making fun of me for being Jewish.
I'm ordering
this week's episode of Dan's Magic Shirt.
Oh my God!
Brought to you by Dinty Moore.
Oh, there's got to be sponsors for this now, right? Crossman pellets, the only pellets to kill squirrels on contact.
And a shout out to, what's the guy's name from Grimberg? A shout out to
Kurt.
Kurt from Grimberg. He's a mad scientist.
Yeah,
that always
how come Wally's not shooting the apartment anymore? What happened?
Yeah. And he's not showing
totally
off his...
allowed. They love him there.
No,
I'm impressed, Dan, that you're coming up with your own gimmicks. That was fucking cool what you did there. Changing your shirt on the fly. I like that.
This is a new shirt, too. I know it looks exactly the same as the other
Well,
shirt.
at first it looked like a onesie. I was like, is Dan wearing pajamas?
He's wearing a onesie.
Well, so I had, if you notice, like the whole video, the top of it kept coming out, and I'm like, I keep on doing this to hide it, because I'm like, everyone's I won't be able to whip out my magic trick later on.
Every time you drink, it looks like someone shot you with a shotgun.
Yeah, because last I had a drink from McDonald's, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna get a green thing, and yeah, we'll have fun with that. Because my audience is stupid, and they'll be entertained by this dumb shit.
It's much better than Wally's geisha backdrop room divider.
I keep on telling, I get so mad because all he has to do is get a green piece of fabric. He already has. Remember, he got the heavy-duty backdrop for the guns.
Yeah.
He has everything he needs to do a green screen, except the green screen, which is like $10. Like, dude, step
all he
up
has
your
to
game.
do is go to Walmart. All he has to do is go to Walmart.
He has a
spends lots of time there already.
They're all the same video. Like, dude, come on.
Oh, look, he thinks I should go back to tapping root beers for
What does that even mean?
I'm so touched that he cares so much about me, that he cares so much to continue mentioning me. That
Where's Tico? Haven't heard anything from him in a while. Oh, here we go.
Hey.
You need that like Pepe frog or whatever that thing is next.
Oh fuck! I missed it.
You need the guy on the unicycle or on the ball with the horn.
Yeah.
You got to put Janet Jackson's boobs in there.
You know what? This is just like too much fun. Like, I mean, from Wally, it just shouldn't be.
What's amazing is week to week, there's still like mountains of new content. We actually, if we would do this seriously, we could break down each one of his 9 new videos, or 10 new videos this week alone.
I always get worried, like I'm not gonna have anything to talk about. But then at the 11th hour, he does a bafflingly fucked up thing. I'm like, oh, there's the show.
He put up a short now. He's at karaoke, just so everybody knows, and he's like, shout out to Queen Mahat and shout out to my boy Mel, whoever the other guy is. Maurice.
Wally's doing karaoke.
Apparently, he's at his favorite karaoke bar. He just said it like about an hour ago. I know more about this fucking guy's life than I even really need to.
I would pick Wally.
Hey, look, I get all my news from y'all.
Oh, it's moving. It's like now it's like Harry Potter shit.
I get all my news. I get all my news from y'all.
Oh no!
You know?
Did he shave his eyebrows in that one?
It's Watto from what's the Total Recall.
Hey,
Open your mind.
Did you ever watch the Pink Floyd movie?
The Wall?
The Wall.
Yeah, The Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when dude like shaved his head, shaved his eyebrows and everything.
Pink, yeah.
Yes, so you getting all ready.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, yeah, that's Wally, Psychopath Wally. I like the clip Slippery put up of his plastic BB gun when he first did that, and he was like, "This is real, right? I don't show him my toys." Well, we were all like immediately like, "Dude, that's so fucking fake. It's such a BB gun."
Yeah, we like trying to identify it.
Yeah, I actually misidentified it, but then it turns out it was his, Gamo Swarm, whatever.
The BT-25.
But he was playing that off as like it's a real gun. Don't fuck with him. And of course, he never addresses that again.
I wanted to put on the vacation one with Chevy Chase and John Candy, where they're like he's in Wally World and he's like holding John Candy hostage with the BB gun, and he's like, "This could break the skin."
That's actually a good clip.
Good. I've actually was shot with a BB gun.
I was shot with a BB gun as a kid. Yeah.
You know what that did? It pissed me off.
That's a sick shirt.
This cat.
You could sell those.
You could probably sell those.
The cat. This cat decided to invoke
Playing with
me.
your man nipples, Dan? What is that?
Yeah, this dude decided it was a good idea to try to shoot me with a BB gun. I chased that motherfucker for like 10 blocks. And he's still afraid of me. Rightfully so.
So in all the times Wally has claimed he's had to deploy his weapon, do you think he's ever actually shot it at anybody?
Not
No. He just has to point to it or tap on it.
Right,
when it goes in and somebody says, "Sir, a mask."
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to just give authority. Yes.
Everybody has a gun down there, right? So why?
What if he? What
Craig,
if he fucked up?
Craig,
shot someone in the eye.
Craig,
yeah,
you gotta go.
Right now, he ain't met somebody who's not afraid to die yet.
Craig, you got to go on a Wally rant. I mean, I love your Wally rants. You just got to just like 7 words, just something about
I'm
Wally.
in a good mood right now. He's such a fucking piece of shit. Such a cunt.
Well, if I remember correctly, Craig, you were actually on site at WinterCon, right? We were talking about WinterCon.
It was, yeah.
So the issue, because I was bringing it up, but as secondhand, the issue that Wally keeps bringing up is he focuses on his argument with the security guard, right? Which was a part of it. But the bigger issue, and correct me please, was his meltdown in front of the kids in the public, right?
Back to our booth, and he's just fuming. He's smoke coming out of his ears, all of that. And he's like, these motherfucking security, and there's kids like participating in our events, mothers like looking at him like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're trying to run a charity event, and you're like, fuck this guy.
Did he do like he did in the return? Did he?
So he's pounding on the floor. He gets down on his fucking knee, and he's just
Good guy.
And that's why he got suspended, and not this other bullshit that he keeps talking about. I just wanted to, because I thought you were there, and I just wanted to make sure. But all of Wally's stories are like quarter truth.
Information about.
So like there was no doubt that anybody who saw this, like that this guy like melted down and was over the top. There was no doubt in anybody's mind.
Who actually had to do the fucking stupid report to the Legion Council.
Yeah.
6 fucking people giving me the same story.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that's.
Well, they were all lying to protect the
Yeah, the 501c3
status or whatever it was.
So we could get free Weird Al tickets.
The crazy part is I didn't even want to be at this stupid event, this free event for me that I really didn't want to go to. But the CO at the time said, "Please go to this event. Walter's gonna be there. You need to keep an eye.
We need to keep an eye
You
on
need
her."
the babysitter. Now what? Oh no!
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Wait, is that
What's
Seafood's plastic doll? What is, are those
Oh, you know
real?
what? You know what? I haven't seen or kept up
This
with
episode of Dan King's Magic Shirt.
How is Sifu? I haven't heard anything from Sifu. How is Sifu?
I don't know.
Speaking about fake breasts, is that?
Yeah. Well, it's like plastic. Yeah.
I have to get down low. No.
You got to go on my second channel. This
No,
shit comes every Friday.
Here's the real thing, right? If he
True
was
Sherm's back.
so innocent, why would he take a 6-month suspension, right?
Exactly.
He says he was forced to. He says he was forced to.
No,
I mean, it's a lie.
I meant to. I have a screenshot of that somewhere too, where Wally on Facebook he put this big wordy sorry. He was like, I did this and my behavior, and
I was gonna
like
say,
that is
right.
now went away.
So that was me. I fucking talked to this jerk off. I said, listen, you've been saying all this stupid shit about because you're a piece of shit, right? Fuck, apologize on the forums. This stupid motherfucker is gonna go onto Facebook publicly. Like, nobody needs to know about that. Just apologize on the forums. I'm sorry, guys. I said that, you guys are jerks because I couldn't meet fucking Harrison Ford because I'm a piece of shit. My bad.
Hey,
That's it.
Hey, guess what? Guess what happened? I was going through New York twice. I didn't see the Antifa.
No Antifas?
Oh,
No, nothing?
He made a dedicated video the last time I said I didn't see Antifa on the beach. He was like, "Wah!"
Hey Dan, I see
His
Babu
argument
and
is like
True
they
Sherman in
couldn't
the
afford
chat.
to get to the beach. What was that?
Babu and True Sherman in the chat. Do you need me to jump out so they can jump in? Does anyone want to get in here? Because I know we're at full house here.
Oh, I don't. No one. He's
Oh,
not. in the
okay.
chat.
If you need me,
Y'all have some beautiful.
Oh, I thought you meant he was. Yeah, he's in the chat. I didn't see him on. He's not slated to come in, but if he wants to come in.
True, Sherman.
Yeah.
That was a great night.
Hey, I want to say this. Y'all have some beautiful farmland,
New York is. Most people think New York is like Manhattan. New York, upstate New York,
New
is
York is
unbelievable.
Manhattan. Fuck everything else that's not Manhattan.
Whoa.
Y'all have some.
That's what New York is. New York is the city.
I'm
You
sitting here
guys
mowing my lawn with a shitty lawnmower.
Rochester's pretty rough.
Pining about the days of working in Manhattan.
Dan, there's a tribute in there to True Sherm. There's something in there for True Sherm.
It kind of makes me want to move up to the countryside of New York.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, True Sherm, I want you to be my poppy.
Oh wow.
Oh.
The mustache just ruins it for me.
And then the wide open mouth and no teeth.
Oh man.
Oh, see, that's what happened to baby mama. She ran into True Sherm.
Oh shit.
That was the mouth of that dude who was trying to get Wally out of his to come out that time.
The mouth of the
You're
dude.
wearing athletic. That was that guy.
Oh shit, you're a man. Look, you got athletic
You're
wear on.
wearing athletic shit. No,
I was watching that last night, cracking up on a live. He's like,
Come on out there. Come on out now.
There he is.
You're wearing clothing.
What is that, Adidas?
We still never figured out who that person was, right?
No, we never.
I've never seen him again, but other people on the live stream were like, "Oh, hey, Bill," like they knew who he was. I don't know.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Nanook of the North.
I mean, if it was your first time and you just see this blubbering jerk off crying, you'd never come back either.
Or you would.
No, I would never. If I didn't know Wally, I wouldn't be involved in any of this shit. I'd look at you guys and be like, you guys are all jerk-offs for entertaining this shit, and that would be it.
Somehow we have 9 people watching this nonsense. What are you doing, people?
Hey, Wally,
come on in, buddy.
Yeah, my baby mama's not loving me anymore. That's my face. That is. That is my all-time favorite line. My
And we
baby
don't, like,
mama's not loving me.
And Wally has assumed that she's sitting in a chair, like looking at the wall for the past 8 years. Just
She's
like,
walking around on the widow's peak at the top of the house looking for him to return
Yes.
home.
Yes, with binoculars. Where is he?
My love will come back to me one day.
It's like she probably forgets his name. Like he's just,
She gets all choked up thinking about him.
I talked about last week in my Wally movie. He finally gets to see her again. Like she calls him up or something, and he goes to see her, and she's the most hideous thing like he's ever seen. Like in his mind, it's like she's overweight, she's got green hair, and she's got like black nail polish, and he's just like, "What happened?" Because he thinks she's just stuck in a time capsule, and she's probably aged.
She's that picture, yeah.
I envision a time when Wally walks up to his kids at some point in the future and says like, "Hi, my precious Natalia," or whatever, and
Get away from me.
She turns around and goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Yeah.
Or yells, "Stranger danger," and runs away.
Yes.
If Dan didn't have a girl, I would tell him to play the long game, try to get with Maritza and raise his kids.
God.
Ooh.
That would be some like fucking Batman villain shit.
That would be fucking amazing.
That'd be something that I do.
Well, have at it.
Nah, I got enough problems.
Wally told us her address. You can show up.
Nah, I'm good. I don't
Wally
wanna
would
do that.
also set you up. He'd be like, Maritza, whatever you do not talk to this man. And she'd be like, oh, why?
Just rush up and grab pictures of her feet real quick.
Feet.
Be like, this is
Wow.
what chicken nugget toes look like today.
That's such an why would he put that on a fucking live stream? I mean, like, even if that's what he actually called it, which I guess he did, why would you put that out there? Like, why would you tell people that? What now? Really?
You know everything about this man.
It's a better one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that open.
Well, you really are known now.
They're in the wrong spot. Yeah.
You look like a penguin, man.
Now you look like Dolly Parton. They're all the way up to your neck.
Oh man!
Looks like you're wearing a scarf.
Can you see Jolene or no, better yet, Jolene?
Fun with green screens. Everyone should have a green screen.
What's the difference between green and blue? Like, why one over the other?
You can do both. You just have to blue's a more common color. Like my
Oh,
shirt
okay.
would go away, so they use green. Because who's wearing frog green?
Gotcha.
It's not easy being green.
I think Babu tried to get in. Babu, I saw you, but we got a full house.
Well, I'll pop out. I'll pop out.
Well,
All
he's
right,
not
listen,
there
guys.
anymore.
Well,
may
okay,
have went
then
to
I'll
bed.
stay.
Yeah, no, you have to stay.
Getting close to my bedtime anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll jump out. Again, one last apology for Walter. Go fuck your mother.
Wow.
Take it easy, guys.
Threat while he's loading. He's what do you call it? He's energizing his air powered. He's breaking the seal of the.
You
CO2
could go fuck his mother. From what I hear, her name is Donna Hazagash. So
impersonation.
Dan, here's one. Since we were talking about chicken nugget toes, we should really let this one ride.
Right, here we go.
This is my entire universe. I miss her touch. I miss her hair.
the
I
Dutch
miss her
angle.
lips.
Wow.
I miss
that
her
is a creepy
giggling.
dude.
I used to call
That's
her,
drama.
her toes, chicken nugget toes.
Wow.
Oh, this creeps me out.
That is a creepy
Don't
individual.
ever tell anybody that.
Slippery, when you bought that rubber foot and you had it in one of your videos, I just thought that was just wrong.
No, the best was when Slippery ate a chicken nugget out of someone else's
out of
toes.
some guy's toes.
You Masons are into some weird shit, I'll have to tell you.
Wally turned us all into
Was
fucking
that-
raving lunatics.
Slippery, was that scripted, or did you shock the other people involved with the skit when you grabbed the guy?
Okay, put this in between your toes.
I mean, the whole thing, none of it was really scripted. We were like, okay, you get in the car, you put this on, you sit over there, you're Esteban and you're baby mama, and
You were okay, wedge a chicken nugget between.
No,
your
no,
toes
I
and
did. I
I'll
said,
eat
put
it."
this in between your toes and then stick it out, and then I'll eat it out of your toes. And he's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "What?"
Wait to try a new what? New
Nose.
Oh yeah, I'd have to get like a little green piece of paper on a stick and just kind of go up to my nose, or I have to put green makeup on, which is not happening. Next
Wow.
week, Penny, we'll try it. Fun with green screen on the next episode of Dan Has a Green Screen.
And you didn't even have to spend that much money. That's funny.
I got a fancy green screen. I spent some money on it. I think it was like $160 for this.
Did you blow your whole disability check on it?
No, well, I actually like have money. I could like buy it, and I won't have to like save up and eat Dinty more and shit. I'm a grown adult.
How much were those
And I
fake
can buy that
boobs?
shit.
You know, the thought sometimes crosses my mind with Wally buying all this piddly shit and having a fixed income, whatever. The reality is this and I'm happy about it, this motherfucker will probably never be able to afford to get on a plane to go anywhere. He can't really drive anywhere. He can't really do anything.
You can't
He's
drive
like
anywhere now, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His whole rest of his life, like unless he saves up his money, right? He's not going anywhere.
Or you know the funny thing about it, he probably can't even get on a plane.
Well, that's another story, right? Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like
He
you
can't
can't
afford
bring
the
those on the plane, sir.
I have the
got
castle
18.
doctrine. This is Delta. I have the castle doctrine.
Wait, you mean I can't bring mace, pepper spray on a?
Dan, we have to do this one since he's calling me Julia Child, so we might as well do the Julia
Oh,
Child.
shit.
Yeah,
one.
like
Yeah,
is this where he got it from?
I don't know.
If you
Maybe.
want to make a beef Wally, you start out with a 300-pound ass, add a little bit of salt and some extra dick, little bit of cunt flavoring, some wise-ass remarks, no personality or sense of humor, and miss a couple of child support payments, and put it all together, and there you have it.
Wally souffle.
Is that where maybe like he subconsciously?
I think
forgot
so,
he
yeah.
saw that, and that's where it came from. We'll never know. Well, they come on the live stream.
He's at karaoke. He can't come on the live stream. I told you.
Were you kidding about that? Or
No, 11 views 1 hour ago. Queen Mott, Girl TV, the MAGA army is watching. No, he's got like a little short up talking about that. So yeah.
Wait, is that already him going at her? Because that sounds like he's going at her in that title.
No. I think he's like, no, I saw it. It's like a short clip. No, this is him shouting out to his new best friends.
I was in the comments of this show. I was we should place bets when Wally is going to trash his new pal relationships. But how long until he's kicked out of that? Like whatever.
I give it kicked out. I give it probably 3-4 months. But
3-4 months.
Somebody's gonna have to infiltrate and like start outing him, right? They're gonna have to become aware of all of his shenanigans.
I think as an experiment we shouldn't do a thing and see what happens.
Well, if history repeats itself, right? The Masons had no contact with the Star Wars people, who had no contact with Wally's high school friends, who had no contact. Well, with the Manosphere, it's true. I guess there was some meddling there. But
Wally's like, I hypnotized all the Manosphere guys with my incredible magic shirt. I said, look,
it's those fucking tits, man.
And you know the funny thing about it is like eventually we found out for our damn selves.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's it. Ultimately, everybody does, right? If history repeats itself, it's happened in Wally's life at least 3, 4, 5 times.
You know? I tried telling him this, when multiple, people in your in the circles of your life and they don't talk and they're telling you the same thing. Like when your family says the same thing that Star Wars people are saying, it's like obviously, but he doesn't get it,
Well, we have to give Esteban. We have to give Esteban a little play. Why don't we give Esteban a little something?
Oh, Esteban, yeah, he was. We were talking about him all last. Oh, there it is. Oh wait, is this when he gives out his phone? I don't want to give out his phone.
Oh, yeah. It's the wrong one. All right, yeah. It's the wrong one. Yeah.
I have one where I beep it out. I don't know where I have it though.
Yeah.
Find it.
Let me look for another one.
Because then we'd be.
We'd be as bad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I had that moment the first time I got a video taken down like months ago, and it was like for harassing and bullying, and I had like my Batman Two-Face moment. I was like, have I have I been fighting the enemy so long I've become the enemy? Whatever that line is.
Yeah.
But then I like
Die
realized
a
that.
hero and live long enough to become.
Yeah, but then I realized in my video I played like a 3-minute clip of Wally. It was when he lost his channel, he came back and he was like, "You cocksucker motherfucker." He did like a 3-minute like rant with no breath, just like ripping into everybody. And YouTube would just flag that. It was like they flagged like the 3-minute clip of Wally I had talking, and they're like, "Oh, that's harassment." So I felt a little better. I tried like fighting it, but YouTube was like, no, whatever, it's gone. But that was my one moment where I'm like, am I becoming Wally?
Yeah, I'm still like that. Hey, like the way I see it is like, wow, the YouTube really. I mean, Wally's really lost it.
He's amazing. He's a uniter. He brings us all together. Come on, he's like Coke. He makes the world go round, or whatever their slogan was.
Cocaine.
Oh, I thought you meant cocaine. Yeah.
No, he's the opposite of cocaine. He's
Made the
fucking
70s
300
go
pounds.
around.
If he was cocaine, he'd be, a lot skinnier. All right, guys, I gotta bail. I'm out of here for the real this time.
All right.
I'll watch you in my dreams. I'll see the
I gotta
tomorrow.
go too. It's almost 11. I gotta take care of some things and bail out and
So what's up next, Dan? Magic underpants for the next live stream?
Wow.
Great idea.
Okay, great. All right.
Although I'd have to stand up, and that would be like too much.
It would be great if your legs were like little baby legs and stuff.
Maybe just like a green mask with eye holes, so it's just my eyes floating.
I gotta go to us fat lazy truckers. Got to get up at 1:00 in the morning to deliver this load, and that's only thing. I really don't have to get up at 1:00 in the morning. I prefer to be about 2 or 3 hours early. So.
Gotcha. Well, I got to go deliver a load too.
You said
Pounders says in the chat, Gramps go to bed.
Penny stayed up the whole show. Usually he disappears like an hour before we leave. He goes to bed,
it's almost it wouldn't be a dog pile unless Penny was here trolling us. I mean, it's just become part of the ritual, I guess, and it wouldn't feel right without Penny, right?
Oh
no, Babu's back. Babu's back now. Maybe let's see what he has to say.
So it's funny. So I just finished watching some of Wally's videos that he posts now. So yeah, he's at karaoke, which is the craziest thing because again, this is just another sign of Wally spending the money that he got.
He won't give back the microphone.
Yeah,
he's up there. He's going, and then they came to my channel and they flagged my video.
Right, let me tell you about my troll.
So he's spending more money that he doesn't have going karaoke, and we all know how Wally is. He's going to buy rounds for so many people and buy everybody beer because he wants to be that guy. He's going to blow a shit ton of money. But then the videos before that, I guess somebody threatened him and some channel saying they were going to kick his ass. So he's on this trip of, come to my home, and he's showing all his guns and all that. And he's like, I have the right to use lethal force. And I'm thinking, dude, you don't even have weapons to do lethal force. You have less lethals. Like
he's so misguided with that. He's like, if you walk by my house, I have the right to shoot you. No.
Not accurate. Do not do that, Walter, please.
We're all waiting for that day where he pulls out a gun and somebody blows a hole in his chest.
Maybe I should unveil that video.
So wait, so who threatened him?
I don't know.
We don't know. We don't think from it's among.
Now that I think about it, I'm wondering if I think Savage Cock said something like, I would go to his house no problem last time. And we were laughing about it. I wondered if Crazy Wally just has gravitated to that.
And if you've seen Savage Cock, he looks like
man. Come on.
Yeah, he was shock jockey. But if you see Savage Cock, he looks a little intimidating. I would get out my get my pepper ball launcher out too.
Imagine that police report. Yes, officer. His name is Savage Cock.
Yes.
Mr.
Cock.
With a K.
That's correct as the guy's writing it down.
Well, you think that was what it's about?
It's like
this is Wally vague looking. We'll never know.
Yeah.
The daycare, and he needs a daycare. The dude needs a daycare.
Well, you figure by the time he goes home tonight, we're going to see at least one more video because he'll be drunk and probably arguing about something.
But he doesn't drink anymore. Right. He doesn't drink anymore. He's going to be ossified.
Yeah, he'll go on the live stream, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. You're probably right about 3 in the morning.
One of you fuckers.
You fucks.
Yeah, pretty much every video from now on. How do you? What is that sound effect? Like, how do you apply it to stuff? I'd love to do that to
Just
every
a
clip I
pitch
have.
changer.
Okay.
Oh yeah, when I
So-
do it's an audio thing, and it's just like, and actually I've been fancy. I use the same exact pitch setting, so it's always going to be consistent.
Excellent.
It's just no matter what comes out of Wally's mouth, it's just great.
It is.
You should do it like Dan. You should do a bit like Wally does. You should get like a hat and do an unboxing, and no matter what he unboxes, he always has the same phrase. And the phrase is always, "I'm just so happy to have. I'm so happy to have this in my collection."
Yeah.
Like he just found the holy grail. I'm so happy to have this goofy Goodyear with a big fucking thing on it in my collection.
So
Now what are we
between
going to
the
reveal?
Uh-oh.
What is this?
Look,
Fucking Twilight Zone, man.
look into the hypnotic eye. Everyone must hate Walter. Yes.
This is how Dan hypnotized the manosphere.
You are under my spell. My magic shirt, do your work.
All right, I'm at the point where I'm questioning my life choices. I gotta.
Hey, don't fuck around. I was staring at that.
I gotta put my going.
Where am I?
Oh my god! All right, guys.
That's a great insightful thing, because I think to myself too, what is the end game on this Wally thing? Well,
we have to put a bullet between his eyes.
I'm thinking
He's inviting people to come and kill him. Like,
no. He's either going to kill himself or he's going to go on a massacre and get shot.
Right. Chicken shit. No, he would be a death by cop. There's no way he would do it himself. None.
You guys would have to be. You guys would have to be sequel trilogy stormtroopers so you can actually shoot them.
That's funny. I'm an officer. I would tell somebody to do it.
So I'm trying to put a dollar amount to all his spending since he got his check. So he had the Star Wars figure. He's had all these hats, the shirts. Like, the dude's spending a good amount of money. Now he's going out. He got three new rifles ever since he got the money. So the dude is spending money.
But the MacGuffin is in place. The MacGuffin is in place. So that's the game changer.
That's his rationale. It's just like, there's more money coming. So
well, hang on. If you put it in terms, like, it's all proportionate to Wally's income, which he's clearly overspending. But Wally's buying a $200 thing here and a $100 thing there. Other people buy like a $20,000 car or a boat, or they go on a $10,000 vacation. So it's all relative. Like, for Wally, he's overspending on his shitty income that he has. But these are all piddly things in the grand scheme of things, right? They're all worthless, useless things he spent. His hats. What is his hat collection worth? $200.
What about that really cool Gina Carano doll?
Yeah, $80. I mean, it's all wasted money.
Going for 1,000, so he's saving money essentially.
Yeah.
Right. That's real economic, economic like.
No, I think the real end game for Wally is going to be he's going to blow up in one of his videos and catch a heart attack, like on a live stream.
Oh.
He gets so angry some days where he has to catch his breath. He chokes.
Oh, imagine
and
he just keels over.
Yeah, he's like,
and then he would blame us. He'd be like, "They got me excited, therefore they had nothing to do with me drinking Monster Energy drinks at 4 a.m. That had nothing to do with it."
It'd have to be a live stream, though.
But
it would be great if he died like 4 times. He's like, "I'm going. What's the trolls?"
Well, he's already figured out he can't do any more live stream suicides. He has to upload it afterwards, right? And like the copays are killing him.
He was great. He did that live stream, and he had Kmart on it, and he's like, before I let you on, I'm going to make sure I vet you thoroughly.
How did that work out?
Super sleuths.
Oh, you saw Kmart was on here, and he's like, he gave up on Wally, and obviously, he said he was getting death threats. So somehow Wally, or he must have got his email address from Wally somehow, and he was using the IP
address.
Yeah, he was using the Proton mail, and that's Wally's MO. So
his modus operandi.
Yeah.
Maybe he should. Maybe it's the same person that that hacked his email address when they used I don't know, his photograph.
Penny Pounder, was that you?
I don't know. It might have been.
Yeah, we know Penny does all of Wally's bidding. He's like the
What
what's
is that bidding, my
what's the
master?
assistant to Dracula? The one who's like
Oh
his
shit!
Oh, that looks pretty good. All right.
Been working
Nice
out,
chest.
guys.
Why are the nipples looking in different directions?
Because I didn't straighten the photograph. I'll just straighten out me. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed on Dan's forearms, but he's got muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wally.
I've been working out, guys. I've been doing the Popeye exercise routine. I'm gonna get an anchor.
Eating spinach.
But all shit aside, I gotta pack it in, guys.
All right.
It's been another fun
Fine.
one. It's been
Yes,
a
it
good one.
has.
Yep.
Much
Yeah,
love
guys.
to all. See you
All
next
right, all the
week.
best, guys.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Take care. See you
I'll
next
wrap
week.
it up Anyway.
All
There
right.
we go. Wrapping up another live stream.
Another Dogpile Thursday on what? So is it Wednesdays now? Is that the deal?
Yeah, I have made an announcement. I caved. Anytime it's Wednesday, I'll say it's Wednesday because there was. I think you were one of the people. I know Baron Yam was like, "Oh, I thought it was the next day," which
Yeah,
again, I
yeah.
think people are just making up excuses not to come on the show. It's fine. You can just honestly tell me if you don't want to come on.
No. I
Be
love
fucking
these.
insulted.
I
I'll just
feel
say
like
that.
You gotta enjoy it. You definitely I have to. I can't help but enjoy seeing the Dogpile Thursday because it gets Wally so up in arms. It pisses
Yeah,
him
it's
off.
like
Yeah, see, look,
it's like a really good.
I made it green for Wednesday.
Mhm.
See, make it all
It's like a
easy
good
for you.
recap to a week of Wally. Like this is necessary so that we can just unveil all of Wally's lunacy for the entire week.
I would have called it Dogpile Thursday on Wednesday.
No, my audience apparently can't handle that much confusion. Yeah, I started the live stream shitting on my audience because I learned that from Maga Man. Just come on.
He's still badmouthed obviously you and Slipper in. I think in one of his lives he threw in a hidden as well, and then he talks about I guess wherever everybody's from, Seattle, Canada, and all that stuff. So he like shits on everybody every day.
Yeah, he did that with for like a good week. He was mad at Money AD, and he was like, "Yeah, fucking Chicago, yeah, you know, Chicago." Well, we get it. You know where people live,
I'm assuming Souk Madik is another penny pounder.
I'm not sure who it is. I have to find out who it is.
Souk Madik. I don't get that at all.
Dogpile Dog Days.
Dogpile Dog Days.
Look, it could be on either day. I put a day in the title. I can't make it any easier. God damn.
Wow.
Right now,
Hey,
Wally's
look.
sitting in a karaoke bar cursing everybody.
No, I told you the music is playing, and he's just doing his videos.
Yeah.
The little
Wow.
ball is bouncing to follow the words, and he's just like the trolls and Dan King and that guy Slippery, who's really
He
Kevin.
always goes
I
back
exposed
into
him, and
no matter what he's live streaming about, no matter what the topic is, he always circles back into the trolls and you and Kevin. It's amazing.
and even if he's been really good on Queen Mahat, but he's like, well, you know, I've been dealing with the trolls, but I don't want to talk about that.
There's a lot of
And he's
legal stuff.
waiting
told
for the
him.
audience to go, no, Wally, please tell us all about your trolls,
Mm-hmm.
but no one ever does.
She probably told him, "Don't talk about that shit."
Yeah, but she's a little nutty herself. Like she's kind of out there. I don't know if
She's
I
all
don't-
into Wally this week. That's why
A match made in heaven. It's a match
Yeah.
made in heaven.
I guess I gotta go sub.
Yeah, it's a match made in heaven. You
It's
know.
a weird.
This sounds
group
like
of
a shit
people, man.
show.
It's like, yeah, there's some weirdos on there.
Well, there's that again. It's the replacements. It's the replacement seafood. They got the replacement hidden. The replacement money AD.
One time
Like
there was a guest. He had a hat and it had the 3%ers and a Confederate flag like combined. I was like, well, that's
They're out
Wow.
there.
Yeah,
They are out there.
yeah, that's
Wow.
that guy was like the 1% of the 3%.
And it's funny because Wally says all the words. He'll be like, "Is Queen Ma'at?" And like instead of saying autopsy, he'll be like autopsy. Like he just says every word so weird.
Well, like if Hebrew spaceman was here, he would say that like Wally never says my car. He's always like my vehicle Like,
Yeah.
like why he's talking?
Which again, in that last vehicle, he was driving, talking about how he wanted to cam up, but he couldn't for whatever bullshit reason. Which means he's got his windshield fixed. He obviously didn't get a paint job because then he would have showed that off in a video.
Right.
And then they threw a rock through my personal conveyance.
But even like I remember Hidden was talking about this. It's like Wally didn't get a free thing. Like when you make a claim on the insurance, like you get a bigger bill the next like
right.
like, nothing's free, buddy. Like don't get a paint job on your 12-year-old car.
He's like a little kid who doesn't. He's a little kid who doesn't know how real world works. So he's like, yeah.
He's held up paperwork. It's like I don't know how to spend money, guys.
Like, I got $100. I'm rich.
Maybe that's not something you should be telling people if you want to. I don't know.
And I remember he was said it like aggressively. He was like, right there on the paper, guys. It says I can't spend money. I don't know how to save money. Right there. Like, what are you? Why are you telling us this like that?
Watch me down this boot.
Das Boot. Das Boot.
I bet you guys don't think I can eat my own shit. Well, I can. Like,
look at this.
Watch this.
Don't do it.
I'm sure it is.
I would also like him not.
Is a cuck a guy that likes watching another guy bang his wife? Is that
Yes.
a cuck? Okay.
Yes, cuckold. It's called a cuckold.
I could have Googled it, but I really don't want to Google cuck.
You don't. Yeah. It gets pretty bad.
You guys.
Look, it's pretty bad. It's disgusting.
Well, if all parties involved are like, cool with it.
I had an argument with someone. Once that trying to tell them that word is ancient, and they're like, "It's a new word." I'm like, no,
it's ancient. It's an old.
It's
an ancient
fucking
word.
ancient. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it goes back way to the 70s. Hell,
70s. Fuck, goes way further than that.
Maybe the 1800s.
Even further than that.
Wow.
It's old. People have been doing that for a long time.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's like the 1600s or some shit.
Wow.
Just think that there's some human being who came up with that. We'll never know who that person was. They're like, I have an idea.
Someone had to describe what was going on. You're like, let's make a word because I don't want to have to explain it every time.
I mean,
hey, everyone, Bill has a new idea. Come on. Okay, so everyone has a wife, right? So I came with this idea.
Everybody kind of gets bored, right?
Everybody get in a circle, look to the guy to your right.
There's no TV because it's 1600s, so I have this idea for entertainment.
It's kind of like swinging, but only halfway.
Did you ever see like porn from like the Roman times? It's like a rock with like it looks like a kid carved it with like a big dick. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, somebody was like making it to that. Like,
showing it to their wife. Look, this is what we're gonna do. I can't understand that. What is that?
like what did a 6-year-old carve that? What is that?
I've been holding on to this for 20 years.
They try to keep it under their bed, but it's a stone about that thick. So it's like, you can't even hide it well.
Wow.
The ancient peoples had it rough.
Imagine the first magazine. Be like,
what if you did this
fucking...
to an agent from someone from 1600s? Look at the magic shirt. He'd be like, demon, go away.
Yeah. All right, gents. Gramps and Lazy Trucker. Gramps, the Lazy Trucker's got to go to bed now.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't forget Fat.
Gramps, the fat lazy trucker.
I thought he was calling Kevin Gramps every time Penny Pounder wrote that.
I was looking for the lazy fucker, but I think it's way up on the chat. I'm not scrolling back that far.
Yeah, like say Gramps the lazy trucker, the lazy fat trucker.
Gramps.
I love Penny
Bobo.
coming in. It's like it rounds off the show so nicely, just to have some angry
Good night,
child.
Peace.
Heckling. He's like heckling. See you later,
Oh
man.
yeah, I love that he calls me Bobo. I kind of grown attached to Bobo.
Penny, you're okay, buddy. Come on in.
I don't know. I've seen Wynn's shadow in his videos, man. I don't think he's fat.
Yeah, no, he's flat out like he's walking in a mall. He's like, if anything, he looks like he's a thin dude.
Like a beanpole kind of guy.
Yeah, Penny's bad at this. In fact, for a while, like I made a video where I was like making fun of Wally and Penny because I'm like, you're making fun of Kevin's nose. I'm like, have you looked at my nose? I have the biggest target in the world. And then he started making fun of my nose, like he listened to me. Love you, Penny.
I know, he always.
Penny's not the most original thinker, but he gets some laughs, so that's pretty good.
So Babu, without saying too much, what like the percentage of our project is it like like 100% we get the info? What would you say?
If the cards go right, I think we're gonna get a full story. Like I'm trying to either get something either in text format that I can put up on the screen, or maybe just have my very first live where someone tells all.
Oh,
So
you're totally, if you want to do a Dogpile exclusive, I can,
yeah,
whatever. But
yeah.
if you do one thing, that's fine.
No.
We'll
We
discuss
could
it
definitely
when it happens. Oh boy.
we can definitely do it on the Dogpile. I'm just a part of it is it has to be information gotten from somebody who knows them, and that person's like, I don't really want to get involved with this type of thing. So it's a matter of trying to convince them to do a really good thing for
Little
me.
sizzle for the audience, everybody. Oh, tune in next week.
Yeah.
Maybe the next month.
Well, now you're gonna have to pay them if you have to, because now you said it, so it's
No.
gotta happen now.
But if it all goes, it's going to be a pretty big twist in the Wally game. Yeah. I'm really hoping it happens, but
I didn't want to. I remember we talked about it briefly in the email, and then like it kind of died, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, because it took a while to get to the third person that knows that person. It took a while to get in touch with them again because they were just visiting. But that's the person's like, man, I don't know if I want to do this, and I'm like, no, dude, you got to do this.
I'm hovering over. Say something, scumbag. Otherwise, I gotta.
What you want? I'm a
There we
New
go.
York scumbag.
Every time I'm hovering over the.
It's one of the It's one of the New York scumbags. Nice profile pic.
That was
First choke a bitch.
Suck a dirty dick, bro. How you do.
Who is this?
He was on earlier.
Oh,
But
okay.
he keeps on changing his goddamn screen name, so I gotta panic every time. Well, it's like I have this mixed emotion of like, maybe this is Wally. Because Wally can't troll. He doesn't know how to be a different person. He trolls, but it's him who's trolling. It's like, or it's like somebody's gonna show their dick, or it's someone I know. It's very exciting. It's like a little game.
Lonely Sith Club.
Yeah, I don't think Wally's ever going to pop up in a in a live stream over here.
Well, the few times he's tried to like come on other live streams and start like. Ooh, I did the wrong thing.
What?
Force choker.
I hate sand. It gets in everywhere.
Oh, poor Andy.
That's great. Force choker. Yes, force choke ability. That's amazing.
I have a
Look at the
shirt, too.
face. Oh no.
You got paperwork. You got receipts.
I do. Those are my appointments.
Oh, Wally's gonna forensically analyze that little clip. It's like, oh,
He can analyze it. It literally says try 1 o'clock, 3:30 touch up.
Wally will spend 18 hours looking at that.
It's gonna decipher your handwriting.
His first message to me.
He knows who I am. I don't give a fuck.
He sent me like 12 screenshots, but 7 of them were him. He was trying to like. There was like a grayed out Facebook name, and he was trying to unpixelate it, and he sent me like 7 pictures of weirdly colored. Like I was like, what is he?
He's connecting pixels.
Yeah, and he's like,
he was trying to find out.
And it was
He
like,
said-
Wally, it's this person. He doesn't like you. And Wally was like, aha! It's like, it's not illegal to not like you.
Yeah, that was the Ray Eng, I
Oh,
think
in
he was called.
stone. In
Oh,
stone.
there you go.
That's me.
Now you
Fuck your
know.
mother, Walter.
He's
Don't
got
give
one
a
of them.
fuck.
He's got one of them 5-digit. You got a 5-digit.
I do, but I got 3 awards, so you can fuck yourself too, right?
The whole fucking garrison's out.
Greg is super involved. I do like my 1 a year just so I don't get kicked out.
You guys,
That's all I do.
you did a great job by burying Walter from the archives, and he's no longer on the website.
I mean,
Dan
when
King's
you
holding
retire
out for the
somebody,
Carrot
why would
Top
they be on
tickets.
an active website?
Yeah, you
I
guys-
was
you
in a
guys-
TV commercial, so
You
Wally
canceled
sucked
him.
dick.
You were. I see it all the time.
Were you really?
Should
We're
I
the
find it?
5-0
Spike
first.
TV Christmas commercial. And Spike TV, well, what was Spike TV? I don't even know if it exists anymore. I used to play it all the time.
Trying to find
Dude, you got to find that commercial.
Are you the stormtrooper that fell down the stairs? Be honest.
I love that video. That video
I
is
know.
so good. That was my biggest fear when I did a lot of events.
Yeah. When I did this commercial, and like it was a Christmas commercial, and I had to like the camera pans up on my costume, and then I have a little triangle like the instrument, and I have to go ding, and I couldn't hit it at the right, like when the music started, and the director had to like pull me aside and had a meeting. It was like this, like I was like, I never want to be an actor. It was so tense. Like they were discussing about like moving me around, and like I don't know if this guy is up to, you know.
You can't even fucking ring a bell.
Like
for
the
Christ's
director and
sake.
another guy had a meeting, and they're like looking at me, talking like, I don't know about this guy.
How come Walter doesn't talk about his appearance with Jared from Subway?
What?
I have that picture too. Like the one celebrity I have a picture of is fucking Jared from Subway.
Wasn't he like a child predator or something like that?
Yeah,
he was.
Wow.
It was a cringeworthy event. It was Subway, the sandwich shop Subway, and it was like to help like inner city kids who didn't have a lot. And it was like, oh, and Jared was there. It was like, oh, what do
It
you
was
think
like
about
about
exactly
being
his
healthier,
deal.
but all these little kids were like pudgy little pests.
Oh my god!
How much do you want to bet 1 or 2 of them got fingered?
No,
absolutely, absolutely.
Because yeah, he was doing it all the time, man.
he was
How many
there,
little
and
kids
then he
made it
left
to
in
his
public
trailer?
and shuffled them out.
Yeah, his people like shut him the door. But it was just like the one.
Too many
I'm in
kids.
I always want to get like in costume with my helmet off with a celebrity, and that's the one picture I have. Is that?
Oh.
Jared.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh, I got a nice pedophile. That's great.
I miss Harrison Ford. You guys
This
should
was
have
right
Harrison
before he got
Ford.
arrested.
Harrison fuck that guy too. Fuck Walter.
That's Walter's biggest, like one of his biggest pain points. The fact that he missed Harrison Ford.
He
Oh
keeps
my god.
mentioning it.
He does, but he doesn't mention the months of shit talking he did about us on his Facebook profile after
Well,
that.
doesn't matter. You guys are assholes by not making
We're
Harrison
total
Ford stay.
assholes. But then, that's the catalyst and then WinterCon, right? But he forgets all about the months of shit talking and then it's just straight WinterCon.
Yeah.
I don't know why these guys didn't defend me after I fucking shit talked them for months.
Would
Like we
WinterCon
talked about in
have?
the beginning of this live stream, Wally, like his brain resets. He's like, "Oh, people aren't mad about the thing I did a month ago. That was."
I deleted the video. It didn't happen.
Yes, he does that too.
mhm.
He's like, "It's gone." So, what are you talking about?
Would
Like we
WinterCon
saved
have
Wally in
happened?
2022. We could save videos.
Yeah,
Would-
pro
would-
tip,
would-
if you don't want people to see your video, don't post it on YouTube.
Oh, that's what drove me nuts about the whole privacy thing. Because like he was flagging my videos because supposedly invaded his privacy. Hey, moron, just put your shit on private. You can't put your shit on public and then try and say somebody's invading your privacy.
Yes.
Like he doesn't understand that shit.
The one picture he tried to grab from me, it was a picture of his tire cover, but it was also it was the top of his community page. So he's saying to YouTube, this is private, but he included the part that said, "Hey everyone on YouTube, check out my tire cover." It's like that's not private anymore. Like if he just
part is
cropped it
that-
and showed his
Reddit.
tire cover, he could have said that like, "Oh, I snapped it and I'm showing," and it may have worked. I hate saying it because I was going to go back and try again. But
It
yeah,
wouldn't.
like don't show the part that says, "Hey, look at my
Like
tire cover."
800
bro."
liberals, like the people he doesn't want like commented on a photo that somebody else posted, just calling him all sorts of shit. That was the best.
Yeah, it went viral.
That's the only time he's going to go viral. Although I do see he's past 400 subscribers now. So
yeah, I had this little fantasy, like if Wally makes a video where he like jumps up and down about having 400 subscribers, like we should all unsubscribe so he goes back down below 400, and he has
buy subscribers on YouTube. Like I feel like he spends money on that kind of stuff.
I think all his subs are from Maurice and Queen Mahat because they each have like I think like Maurice has like 8,000 and she has like 2,000. So he goes on there and like
clout chasing.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
People's subscribers are just like us. Like we just watched a train wreck.
Oh, is that what clout chasing means? That's another thing I'm afraid to ask. That's when you go to someone else's channel and you show up and you hope that you get.
When they got like huge numbers of people and you just show up.
The coattails.
And
again, that's why he does the same thing. He's like Queen Mahat, the MAGA army's out, watching your videos and we're going to support you. Like, dude, you have 400. She's in like the thousands. Like, she doesn't really need your help.
The MAGA armies. That's why when he said that as his title, or his comment or whatever, I thought he was like going at her.
Well, she
the MAGA army's watching.
She went to his live stream. That's what made me make the name of this a live stream, the Queen and Wally, because like something's happening. Is it romance? Who knows?
This is exactly what he did with the Manosphere too. Like he went on to Money's streams and he went on to Hidden's and he said the same thing. True Sherm's like, oh, the MAGA army's got your back, brother. And the MAGA army's like 3 people. Like you don't really need them.
But how is that his new platform? Like, where do you even find these people?
Yeah, well, they're not all together there,
right?
So it fits in great with Wally.
That's where Big J comes from. He's part of that sector.
Really?
Like when I first started watching Wally, he was going at it with Big J, and I was like, "Who's this guy, Big J? What is he doing?" But he's part of that whole. He shows up on Maurice every now and again. But I think they bump heads, him and Maurice. So I don't know.
I like how all those other people have like people that can like argue their points and stuff, and Wally's just like my point only.
He has to commandeer.
I watched some.
Well, he doesn't really add much to like
snippet of some guy calling Wally a Nazi.
I'm trying to find that one. Which one is that? Because apparently he got into some big argument.
There's a black dude and he's calling Wally a Nazi, and then Wally starts making fun of the guy and talking the Ebonics to mock the guy.
My God.
And then he's like,
and it was just like
pulled a Kramer.
Yeah, he was
yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking. I'm like, Wally.
Then he's like repeating Allah Akbar because he's assuming the guy's a Muslim or something weird.
Oh my God.
Oh, somebody please send me that link. I gotta see this.
I may have it. I keep on forgetting to ask you about, but we need a better way to. All we have is email, so I can't. We got to figure out.
I got you. I'll send you something later today.
Because I keep on feeling like we have news for you, and we find out. Be better made. We should get WhatsApp. Is that what Wally uses? I don't know what WhatsApp is. Don't I forget. And
that was the other thing. His new thing is. And I don't really think it's happening, but his new thing is, I'm getting so many texts, guys. Like, people won't leave me alone. Dude, come on.
This guy would not give out his private... Oh, he might give out his number because he's stupid.
There was one video where he said, in fact, right now, I just got 2 emails from people apologizing, but I do not accept your apology. It's like, what? There's no emails, Wally.
No, of course not. There's nothing going on.
The kind of guy that would have the phone to his head saying he's talking to the cops, and then the phone rings.
Well, somebody knocked on his door. Oh no, that was another Amazon package. That's what I'm saying. This guy's spending money left and right because of one of his live streams. He's like, oh, somebody's at the door. It was like fucking Mr. Rogers.
He did the opposite of what Hidden just mentioned. He once did a live stream where he said, Kevin, come on, call me up. I'm looking at my phone right now, motherfucker. Go ahead, call. And I called him. And nothing rang, nothing happened. So Wally he had his phone off. He's like,
he has the ringer off.
Come on, right now.
See, he won't call.
And then he went to the police and said, Dan tried to call me. It's like he would find people to call you on fucking YouTube, you idiot. I love the guy so much. He's so great. Wally, come on in. 4 people watching.
I was really hoping when he got that knock on the door it was like the cops again and somebody called it on him, but no, it was just Amazon.
They got drones outside.
I thought he had to walk to his mailbox. Maybe he has a little mailbox, but Amazon comes to his door. Maybe that's what happens. Who knows?
Once in a while, I have like a spurt of sympathy, and I'm like, what a fucking sad life this guy lives. You know, and I feel almost bad, and then I'm like, no, this guy's such a piece of shit. Fuck him.
Then I remember the videos where he's like, "Come on, Dad, what do you got, Dad? You molest your kid. Your wife's ugly. Come on, come on,
Right,
come on.
right.
What do you got? Come on, say something.
All
Do something."
sympathy goes away. But like, what a sad existence for real.
I bet he drives to the corner and uses his handicap sticker to park sideways on the street to go get his mail.
He said he suits up with his guns to get his mail.
Oh my God.
Well, right
But
now
the
he's
South
in a
is safe.
karaoke.
New York is terrible, but the
Imagine
South is-
being his friend though. Like everything he does is like, oh, look what I did for you.
Yeah, and that's what's happening right now at the karaoke place. He's buying people beers. He's buying rounds for everybody. I'm telling you, he's going to make a drunk video later, and it's going to be amazing. We're
Yes,
gonna talk
you're
about.
right. He is going to get home and been like, you know what I'm going to do right now.
I
Is
have
he out
the greatest
alone?
friends, and these are real friends that actually call me brother because we're brothers, not like those fake people in New York.
Do you
Like-
remember after he had
control.
his Super Bowl party? The next day, he's like, "Oh, it's great. I have these friends
Yep.
that if I was to ever have a crisis, I know that they would totally run to my house at 3 a.m. and help me." And he was like, almost like planting like the seed, like, "Yep, you had
Here it
to
comes.
here. So when I cry at 4 a.m, you know what you gotta do." Like he was like, "Oh, yeah." Like, how much was the beer, Wally? I'll give you. Like, I don't want to.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
What do I
I
owe
don't
you?
want. Nobody wants to be in debt to this guy because then he makes you feel like shit.
But I remember it was funny. Right after the party, he's like, "Yep, this great group of friends that I know they'd come running if I ever." I'm like, "Oh shit."
I
He
gave
did-
you a
he still-
fucking handful of chips out of my
He
bag.
used to like show he was like at a barbecue with them, and he's like, "Hey," but I bet they told him to go scratch with his fucking phone, especially with
Oh,
that
wow.
patch
Oh my
didn't come
God.
out that good. It was a bit disappointing. Only so much you could do. with it.
He's got sideburns.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, his Star Trek sideburn came out, so that was kind of good. But otherwise, it wasn't good.
No, it's good because it's almost an image of him.
Yes.
Yeah, he is pretty badly drawn.
So you
Hit and I
can't
were
say it's
talking
like-
about Star
right?
Trek sideburn.
It's like a depiction. That way he can't sue you.
It's lifelike.
Yeah, I made sure I didn't have my my Wally picture today because I know he's suing for privacy.
Yeah, he's
I don't have a
every
YouTube channel. so
every
you-
episode of the show that comes out, he's like, "But he did this, and what is copyright? He's a white supremacist now, apparently."
Yeah, I got a few videos I got to throw up hopefully by this weekend. I went into the vault again and found some other stuffs. Like finally got the Dale Jeremy Drew video where he's calling him a child predator and all that stuff. I don't know who he is, but that's apparently he had some beef with some guy named Dale.
He's so amazing. The vault.
You fuck.
That's another thing. We need to like all get together and like get a big vault and figure out how to.
Just do a big best of Wally best of like a good 2 hours.
We need
The
some
Wally
cheap
hole.
online storage, but it's hard to find like cheap, free online
Hmm.
storage.
It's a Wally hole. It's a glory hole. The Wally hole.
I'm surprised nobody's made like the Wally World reference. Like you even mentioned it earlier, but
Had
that
to
place,
come up.
the place where he held John Candy hostage was Wally World.
Yeah.
It'd be great to have
Wally-
the Wallywoods, the Wally World sign, but like instead of all the different characters, it's just like Wally, like cutouts of Wally.
Yeah.
Different, you do it, different
Wally
hats.
as a moose. Wally as a horse. All like cartoon style.
Freddy
pretty good.
Krueger and Darth Vader.
Oh,
Wally, come on in. 4 people watching.
I'm telling you, it might be him. He could be at the karaoke bar right now showing people like, yeah, look at these assholes. They're talking about me right now. Oh, it's funny because the other day he was making fun of Jesus Christ. It was one of these shootings, and he was saying how the person was saying that they're a celebrity. He's like, you're not. Oh, it was a dude that attacked Dave Chappelle. That's what it was. And he was saying that he considers himself a celebrity because he was like a rapper or whatever. He's like, you're not a celebrity. I've never heard of you. And I'm thinking, Wally, you call yourself a celebrity. Nobody but us has heard of
He
you.
never gets the hypocrisy in anything.
Yeah,
he
it's
says.
it's amazing. Like the dude doesn't get it.
And we were talking about it before. He has all the earmarks of these recent mass shooters. Like they're lunatics on social media, and they talked about doing crazy things, and they blamed everyone in the world for whatever was going on, and they were bitching about certain like minorities or whatever. You know, like it's like old. And he made a video when he's talking about it. It's like, dude, look in the mirror, buddy. Like the cops have been to your house about your videos. The feds have been to your house about your videos. Like that's
he's talking about
you're
the
like
dude
one of
that
these guys.
attacked Chappelle. Like he's like he can't see his kids, and he's like obviously he.
Oh, and of course, there's a video when he said, "When the Civil War starts, I'm going to New York and shoot people." There's that video.
Like he doesn't get that at all. It's insane, and that's the shit that King Mahat and Maurice don't know about the guy yet.
I when I showed on, admittedly, I was like, I didn't know how to articulate Wally in like a few sound bites, so I was like, Wally, and like then she booted me, so I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, she
you can't sum up Wally in like a sentence. It's like
she didn't get it all, but like she refused to believe that Dan King was your real name. She's like, you're lying. I was like, what?
Yeah,
that's his name.
I left a parting shot in the chat. I said I shat in the chat. No, I left a parting. It's hard to say 5 times fast. Parting shot. In the I said something like, you know, I'm like you and Wally have no credibility. I'm like ask Wally what my name is, and then I'll wait for your apology. You have no credibility, or something like that. And it was there for a second, but then somebody killed it or whatever.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
But then Wally came on and was like, actually, his name is Dan King.
But he's one of the people that's trying to lie about everything else.
But he's spreading lies, but he actually told the truth. like the first thing out of his mouth is like, actually, Dan King, he told the truth about a thing. So fuck you, Wally.
Well, he'll say something that'll trigger Queen Mahat and Maurice, and then that'll be what plants the seed of. Wait a minute, this guy's
we don't have
kind
to
of an
do
asshole.
anything. He'll ruin it. He can't fucking survive. I wish I could I don't think he would last much longer in the manosphere. He makes it like I ruined everything for him. But it's like they would get the reason I came on the live stream is I saw like everyone would be having a good time, and then Wally would come on and just fucking kill the live stream with nonsense, and everyone just like no one's cammed up, but you could tell everyone's like, what the fuck is with this guy? And I'm like, my opening there.
And he'll have his conversation, but like he'll have to eat the mic and make sure that he commandeers and is overbearing, and it's like dude, you just gotta relax a little. The dude has no chill button.
I talked about Hidden before. I used to love it. It used to be Wally and Hidden. And Hidden would have to babysit this lunatic in his in his live stream.
That's funny because
my dick is big, and let me tell you that I shaved my pubic hair. And Hidden's like, yeah.
And it's funny because Hidden had like this. When I first saw it, Hidden had like this avatar of like whoever it was, and it kind of looked like he had dead eyes, like dead face, but you could tell like. That's probably how Hidden actually felt. I think when Wally was saying something stupid, he probably just had that dead face on and like, dude, what is this guy talking about?
The other weird thing is that
that's probably Dan's face because I put Dan's face on my avatar one time.
Did you? You said I'm suing you. Privacy. Where is it? I'm gonna.
Nobody recognized you.
Wally was talking about. He was like, "Oh, you should check out Dan." I put Dan's YouTube, my old YouTube channel has like family stuff. He's like, I put that on the Discord server. And I remember Hidden saying, oh yeah, I checked it out. I don't know why anyone would put that information out there for everyone to see. And I'm like, fucking Wally. Like, this is privacy. He's like sharing my shit with these. And at the time I thought Hidden was a super sleuth, to be honest. Because I'm like, Hidden seems like the smartest guy. And he seems like the computer savvy guy. And Wally like recruited him to like out me or whatever. That was in my original thoughts on
Hidden. Has that talking avatar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what caught my eye.
Yeah, right. I backward engineered it and made
only fucking pussies hide themselves.
Yeah, that was one of the things. The smoking pot. He said something about marijuana in one of his latest videos.
Oh, yeah,
he sounded like a boomer, like he was like blaming marijuana for the mass shooters. Like, okay, what are you, an 80-year-old man? Like, what the fuck is this?
There's nothing that's going to prevent mass shootings more than fucking smoking joints.
Marijuana. I don't know if that's what he said, but that's what he sounded like.
Wally's slowly becoming like those religious nuts who's like saying, abstinence, don't have sex, and all that stuff. Like
he sounds like an 80-year-old like Republican old man. He's just like watching Fox News and yelling at the TV.
He's quoting New York Post. Like the dude eats so much New York stuff.
Oh, the nice Tucker Carlson. He's got a nice bow tie. I like Tucker.
Yeah.
No, that's when he was liberal.
Tucker says that we're being replaced by the black people. So, well,
we're the
when
minority
Tucker
now.
went conservative, he went to a straight tie.
How can I be racist? My father fought in the war against our own people. Yeah, I mean, that's your grandfather, dude. You can still be racist.
Like your grandfather's people were Americans, idiot. Like, what?
He's like describing black people as gorillas, but I'm not racist.
Yeah. How can I be racist? My children have Spanish, but then you have this alphabet and these gay black Jews. Like, dude, what? It doesn't make sense.
He's yelling at his TV, telling it to get off his lawn.
He's setting up booby traps.
Oh yeah, no, all that stuff ended quick. Like he hasn't done any videos like that at all.
I kind of wish he would do something crazy in the apartment because I haven't contacted his leasing office in a while, and it would make a great video.
But the other
well,
thing
it would be
about
like
that,
3 times he's called my office.
You don't call him out at all in any of those videos. You don't say
no, of course not.
Blah, blah blah, right? And he's just
the
like,
first 2 I didn't.
Yeah.
But then when he did the tripwire and he was chasing the black girl, I contacted his leasing. I called him up. And I told him what was going on. I'm like, "Do you have an email address?" And the person was like, "Yeah." And I sent him Wally's channel. And I said, and like they were like, "Yeah, I'm watching it right now." And they got quiet. And they were like,
yeah, sure, like that. They put him in. They neutered him really quick because he.
Wally once he made a video. He's like, someone from the leasing office came to me and they said, "Did you do this?" And I said, "Absolutely not." But meanwhile, they saw the video.
Yeah, of course.
So now they know Wally is just a lying piece of shit that'll look you in the eye and say, "No, I didn't do nothing."
Yep.
And Wally will blame. He'll make a video. He'll say, "Dan admits call." He'll miss the whole point and go, Dan called my leasing. It's like, Wally, you were chasing. It could have been your neighbors with weapons.
Sir, you can't put holes in the wall.
Which isn't your lawn. It's not your lawn.
Sir, you can't put holes in the wall. Yes. And then they're like, and then he's like, I picked up fucking diapers.
Yes. Like WinterCon, it's like, oh, there was a situation that would allow me to chase away people walking around outside with weapons.
I'm not racist. I just chase away all the BLM and stop Asian hate guys.
And we all know that BLM must be stopped at all costs.
He's protecting the Bradley unit, the whole complex. So he has to be on point. He has to make sure his skills are on point.
That's what triggered me to call
Meanwhile,
the office
his neighbors are like meth heads, he says.
Oh, that's what he said. He said that like I have to smell them smoking pot. I think that's one of the things he was talking about.
And not for nothing, I'm sure other people
stay there another year.
Maybe that's what's happening. He's getting high off the contact.
Mm-hmm.
It's triggering some kind of effect.
He should smoke. Actually, I think we talked about. I said he should smoke pot, but then someone pointed out he would turn into a paranoid lunatic.
Yeah, he would get all anxious, and I mean, he can't even handle CBD gummies. He's not going to be able to do it.
That's the problem. He can't afford CBD gummies, but he would. If he had a regimen, he'd be okay.
The few times he was on it, he was like, "Yeah,
it worked."
CBD gummies, yeah. I've done.
Well, it's for pain. It's not even going to get you high.
I think he was taking it to try and go to sleep, but if you stay up till like 2 a.m. and then sleep until like 2 p.m, like it's not a sleeping problem. You just have a bad schedule.
Well, he has depression, and it's like that causes all kinds of stuff. Like whatever, he'll never get help. Fucking guy. Fucking Wally, come on in. 6 people watching. Come on in.
How dare you fucking use pot? I'm gonna just drink till I'm stupid.
He doesn't drink alcohol because beer is an alcohol.
Beer doesn't count. Like what a moron! Like who says that? Like I don't drink. I mean,
I think in like 7th grade they start with the chart. They have like a glass of wine and a bottle of beer and a shot glass is all.
No, I think that's driving test, right?
What was that driving test?
Yeah, I think you learned that in your driving test. Like one glass of wine,
yes,
or 2 glasses.
Yeah, and then the blood alcohol content. Yep.
Right.
It's like I just remember they drilled it into us, like the chart. It was like that's all a drink when it counts.
It's light beer, okay?
Yeah, that doesn't it says 12% alcohol, 12%. It's all.
Hey guys, I gotta head out for a bit. If anything, I'll come back later if you guys are still on.
I'm probably gonna wrap it up. The wife comes home at midnight, and I'm embarrassed because she's ready to be in this. She actually saw
She
this
doesn't want to
coming.
see that
She saw
shirt.
this come in the mail, and she just like rolled her eyes. She's like, "What are you?"
I bet you the thumbnail was you with tits.
Well, I told her like, "Oh, I got a green cup and I got a shirt. I'm gonna do my shirt. Everyone's gonna laugh. It's gonna be great." Like whatever.
Yeah, the value definitely went up. All right, dude. I'll see you.
All right, man. See you. All right, yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. Any of you folks have any last words?
Just come see me on my MFM channel on Friday.
Right, Hidden's got 2 channels going on.
Again, Walter, go fuck yourself. Nobody cares. Take it easy.
Threat. All right, man. Take care.
Peace out.
All right, guys. See you later. All right, it's just me. Boom, there it is. Just me. All right, good show. We had a new, exciting new segment. We did some videos. I'm sure Wally's going to try to take it down. We'll see what happens. You know, he has middling success. I whipped out my magic shirt trick one more time for the audience. Look, there's nothing there. How does it happen? It's magic. Anyway, that's it, everybody. Let me see. I gotta. Where's the screen to end this shit? I don't know. It's 2 places to end it. You got to end it in the broadcast studio. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'll see if it works. Okay, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I'm too lazy to thank everybody in the chat. You know who you are, and we'll see you all next Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I make the rules. I can do whatever I want. So that's it, everybody. Thanks again, and this video ends now.